Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Call. You are watching Two Sides of the Pitch podcast. Nice to have you here, everybody. Just to get this out of the way, of course, guys, today's show, like every other show, is brought to you by uk.alloycollectors.com, aka Alloy Collectors, where you can get really awesome, cool metal 3D kits, just like this one. They've got them for Spurs, they've got them for Norwich, Chelsea, West Ham, Portugal. The teams go on and on. Make sure you go to uk.alloycollectors.com to check them out. Use the code 2sides for a 15% off discount. You really can't beat that. Great gift for all of the footy fans in your life. So yeah, guys, don't forget to check that out. But again, welcome in, everybody. Look at this. We've got some people in the chat already. AJ's here saying big up, brother. Praying Bat from United is saying best of luck, bro. And look who we've got in the back, everybody. Let me bring on the lovely, the one, the only, Mr. Chang. What's up, buddy?
Thank you so much for having me on. I thought I was being a bit late, having just woken up. I hope my dark circles don't show it, but yeah, I got about 2.5 hours of sleep. I went to bed as early as 9 p.m. and
Wow.
I got up just short of 2 hours before 11 p.m., which I think is what. Is it 7, 8 a.m. where you are right now over there?
It's 10, almost 10 a.m.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, absolutely looking forward to this match. I've just only seen the lineups, and I was wondering if you have those lineups. There we go.
You mean these lineups?
Of course you will have it. That's okay. So now, I think the lineup, it's pretty much the same 11 that Big Ange fielded against Brentford. I think the big talking point now is Timo Werner on that left. Now that Son is confirmed to have picked up that hamstring in midweek against Karabakh, was it? Yep, against Karabakh. So yes, now, sir. My big question to you, Mr. Sivas, and this is a big if Timo Werner isn't working in that first half, would you substitute him effective immediately before the restart of the second half, or are you just going to give him more time to see if he can adjust or improve? This is a hypothetical question, by the way.
That's a hard one, Chang. You asked me hard questions. It's still early for me. I haven't been awake very long either. Longer than you. But yeah, I'd say sub him off at half if he's not doing the business. I worry though. He's decently good on like the defensive cover, and so I worry that we'll leave him in for that reason. If you're asking what I would do, I would absolutely take him off at halftime for young Mikey Moore if he's not performing. But who knows what Big Ange is going to do? Who knows? That's the tough thing, you know. We've got to figure out what Ange is going to do. But yeah, I mean, what about you? I'll throw your own question back at you, Chang.
Okay. So this is where I think Big Ange really has to show his improvement, or rather his ability to acknowledge that something isn't right and that he has to do something, or rather he has to tweak something sooner rather than later, and let an earlier mistake, or rather a wrong choice fester and get on our nerves and really
become worse.
Yeah, make it worse. Yeah. So this is where I feel that if it's not working for Timo at halftime, Big Ange has to make a big decision here, whether to stick or to twist. And I would rather he twists, in which he then relents and say to Werner, you know what, you've had a whole half. I know you've not been playing a lot of matches, you've not had your start, but this was the big chance for you. Unfortunately, this isn't to be your day. Just maybe, you can try again in midweek in our next Europa League encounter, but this isn't a platform for you. Much like Bergvall was taken off, in favor of Destiny Udogie coming off when Dragushin got a red card. So I think I would actually like to see Johnson. If he's doing well that first half, see how well will Johnson do on the left before bringing on, say, a Mikey Moore. Put Johnson back to the left at the beginning of the beginning of the half time, at the beginning of the second half, and then push Porro up.
Ooh.
Assuming that we're still level into the break. Push Porro up from right back to right midfield, and then bring on Jet Spence. Bring Jet Spence on, solidify that back four, shore up that right back, let Porro do what he did best against Leicester City away in our season campaign opener, and then let's see how well Solanke in the middle, Johnson on the left. Since Johnson has already got 3 in 3, let's see if he can do something on the left as well, and then let's see how well Porro does on that right flank. If let's say some 15-20 minutes go by in the second half and there's still no headway, then only then would I seriously consider bringing on Mikey Moore. Because as much as I like to give Mikey Moore or Will Langshear or even Bergvall too for that matter, as much as I want to give them game time, this I feel isn't the time for us to experiment. We can ill afford to lose ground in what is now very much a mid-table clash between 10th and 11th. You must understand the winners of this match will be 5 points off the league leaders, which I think is just ended. I think Villa have just won their match and they are now...
Wait, Villa won? So my stream is a bit behind and it's in the 95th minute of 5 minutes of extra time. Do they score right here? Oh my God.
Wait. Let me just check that again. I might have... Hang on, let me just refresh because I am using the BetMGM. I'm just using BetMGM.
Oh, okay.
The live scores bet, because that is as real time as it gets. Because the moment there's a score,
they've got to change the odds. Yeah.
They've got to freeze
good
it.
Thinking.
Oh, okay, no. So
10. And essentially that's what we've seen.
Okay, sorry about that.
Oh no, you're good, buddy.
So full time has been blown. It's finished 2-2.
That's great for us, Chang. That's great. Yeah.
So it's finished 2-2 between Ipswich and Villa, which is a bit of a surprise. I really thought that they had gotten that last gasp winner. I guess it wasn't to be. So that now means, so that this gives more impetus for either team to go for the win. And like I said earlier, we simply cannot afford to experiment now.
No, we really can't. But I'm glad that Ipswich got a point. I have a soft spot for Ipswich. I'll be honest. But Chang, so what if? But let's go back and let's view this and view it from the other direction. What if Werner has a really good game? I mean, it's not impossible.
It's not beyond the realms of impossibility. But what are the odds? What are the chances that he does have a good game? I mean, statistically speaking, the chances
not good. Not good.
I would rather him have an okay game. If he can even give us an okay game without, say, missing sitters, without being too over enthusiastic, without being too over exuberant, or really trying to prove his worth in a game where we can ill afford to miss sitters, where every half chance is like your golden ticket to really kicking on for the rest of the season. And it's not just for us, it's for United too as well. They're at home and they would really want to make this.
And we'll take a look at their lineup too here in just a second.
Sure. Of course. Let's do that.
Okay, cool. And I was going to say, Pranvat is in the house. He is a United fan. He says that he is effing nervous, but he's so glad that Son's not playing. Pranvat, and I'll tell you, and Chang, I think will agree, Sonny hasn't been really that good so far this season. He hasn't looked like he's been at the races. He's got some assists. Don't get me wrong. He's definitely contributed, but he's not the same Sonny that he even was last season. So I'm not sure how big of a miss he's going to be. But let's switch over and let's look at the lineup for United. They've got this beautiful video for their lineup, with kind of a cool thing that they did there. But it looks pretty much like what you would expect. Let me zoom in on that if possible here. Does that make it any bigger? Yeah. So we've got Onana in goal, Mizraoui, De Ligt, Martinez, Bruno Fernandes, Rashford. I knew Rashford would play today. Rashford loves a goal against Spurs. Xerxes, Garnacho, Dallo, Ugarte, and Manu. Why don't they put their players in any kind of an order that makes sense to me? But anyway, what do you think about this lineup, Chang? And
The only
Pranbat,
one
if you're
that
here.
stands out for me, the only one which I think is, I wouldn't say it's an odd one out, but Garnacho on instead of say an Ericsson or even a
Yeah.
Mason Mount or even Casemiro too for that matter. I think I could be wrong here, but I think they are actually going all out for the win here. They are trying to use that pace. They're trying to use that tenacity in midfield to try and overrun the likes of our Kulusevski and Bentancur and possibly even nullify our very own Madison. And yeah, I think Rashford and Koibi Mainu, these are the
He's
two
a good
players.
player.
Yeah. The rest, I think, is pretty much status quo. I just feel if we can somehow rather attack that wing, if we can get behind Dallo or even Mazraoui, that might leave Solanke with maybe some good chances if he gets the service. If the service today from the wings is good, which seeing as how Werner is playing on the left, I think we might have to be overly dependent on Johnson on the right, which is good too for us. It then gives him, that added impetus to come up against a really good United side and show that he's not just good at home; he's actually good away on his away form as well. His travels.
Make it 4-4 for him. You know what I mean? I agree completely.
That I think is the chances of Werner actually getting 4 in 4 is actually a lot better than that of Werner actually having a good game this game. I don't know why I'm saying this. I try to be as positive, I try to be as optimistic, and I try to give all our players a benefit of a doubt. But for me, even at one time, I mean, I'm not sure how well you remember Vincent Janssen. Vincent Janssen.
Oh yeah, I love Vincent Janssen. I wanted him to succeed so much. Yeah, of course.
As difficult as it was for him to actually, become the kind of striker that we've been craving for so very long before Kane was winning golden boots.
Right. Yeah.
Even then, Jensen also still had his moments, and I really was. I wouldn't say I was disappointed or let down. I really expected a lot more from Werner. I really hope that this season would be that season where he proves us wrong. Maybe, just maybe, there still is time for him to come good.
Yeah.
But at this stage, I think we cannot afford to gamble on probabilities and this odds that are not in our favor. Making the most of what we have with our current squad, I think it would be a safe bet to say that maybe Werner should only be coming on as a substitute rather than a starter. But since Big Ange has indeed, selected Werner to start, then I think this is the one game that he really has to prove his worth. By hook or by crook, this is almost like a make or break game for him, because this game is going to get a lot of media attention. I can bet you my bottom dollar that Gary Neville is not going to be, a Werner fan anytime soon in this game, especially if Werner doesn't even do half as well as all of us are hoping he will.
We know though that Werner can whip crosses into the box. That's one thing we can do, and we've got a striker now who feeds off of those crosses. So I think I wouldn't be terribly surprised, Chang, if he gets on the assist. If he gets an assist at least. And maybe I'm hopeful. But yeah. So James is saying, smash the likes, everybody. Go support James Loves Spurs, by the way, if you haven't. Member of the channel, good buddy of mine. Put out some content the other day, so everyone check out James. Wayne Bonner's in the house. We've got Haz in the house too, who's not confident because Sonny is not in. He would have rather seen more, he says. But Wayne Bonner's also here saying good morning, afternoon, evening to everyone. Hope you're all well and pumped for the game. Werner will have a good game, especially on the counterattack. And with Solanke up top, 3-2 Spurs. Come on, you Spurs, he says. I'm loving it, Wayne. AJ is in the house. My boy AJ. Everybody loves AJ. Everybody knows AJ. He makes his way all over YouTube, Spurs YouTube, but he's saying it's a must-win game for both teams. A draw helps nobody. And I liked this from Adrian. Adrian says, sit down, relax. We got this. Come on, you Spurs. Adrian has been around the block. He knows things. He's a smart man. If Adrian says it, I believe it. So big up to Adrian, Spurs diehards, TTID. Steve D's in the house. Says it has to be one of the worst United lineups I've seen since the 80s. Well,
Okay.
good. Hopefully you're right.
Okay.
Steve.
So once you've gone through all the chat, there's one thing I want to do since Mr. Steve D has brought up this sentence, or rather he's brought up this chat saying that this is one of the worst United lineups that he's seen since the 80s. But before that, I would just quickly go through. So Monica saying, choice. Thank you very much, Miss Monica. That means a great lot to us. And then Steve D that follows up next with, we should have more than enough, even if Werner's twin brother played on the other side with it.
I love it. And then you got a big up from James.
Thank you so much, Mr. Colley. Really means a big deal to me. I really hope that for this watch along, I will be able to bring you as comprehensive and as elaborate play-by-play as I can, because I will be bringing up some historical significance this tie and this date in particular has for me, whether it's being a Spurs fan, being an adult, being a career man, whatever you can call it.
Let us know. You mentioned that in WhatsApp to me, and I'm excited to hear what you got to say about that.
Okay, but before we go into that, let's just address what Mr. Steve D said a few lines earlier, saying when he said that this is the worst United lineup that he's seen since
and Chang, I just wanted to say too, Chang, the link for the match watch.
Just got it.
Cool.
Got it. Okay. So since very quickly, if you were to quickly bring up that United lineup again, we already know what the Spurs lineup is. So from this United lineup, let's just very quickly do a best 11 or a combined 11, if you will. Let's try and do a combined 11 exercise between these two starting 11s before the start of the game. So in goal, between Onana and Vicario, which of these two goalkeepers would you fancy in a combined 11?
Vicario, but only because we put 3 past Onana in that Champions League semifinal. I can't forget that. Chang. And also, neither of them are perfect. They've both got faults, but I think I would rather have Vicario. He seems like he's improved this season enough that I would keep him.
That goes the same with me as well. I mean, in terms of positional awareness, Onana and some of the goals that he concedes, it feels like he's almost second guessing himself. Like even though most goalkeepers would try to play it safe or do the smart thing or the tried and tested thing of covering their near post, maybe just leaving as little as possible angle for whoever is bearing down on their goal to shoot and try and score from whatever position they're in. Onana's positioning sometimes baffles me. Like some of the goals that he's conceded in the few seasons that he's been over at United just leaves a lot of the United fan base thinking, how much worse can this Onana be compared to, say, De Gea? And I think in terms of the goalkeeper, Vicario is a sure pick for both of us. But moving on quickly now, between that double centre-back pairing, you have your Matthijs de Ligt, which I at one point was actually hoping that we would get him before we got Van der Ven. Matthijs de Ligt, and let's pair him up with Van der Ven. Which of these two centre backs between de Ligt and Van der Ven would you choose?
Honestly, I'm being biased, Chang, but I'm gonna choose Van der Ven. He's got that crazy pace. He can recover. He's basically a one-man plan B. If things go wrong and the ball gets passed, that he's going to catch up to him. So, that's for me. It's Van der Ven. But I understand the argument could be made for the other way. I'm excited to hear what you've got to say about it.
So, in terms of defending pedigree, for me, Matisse de Ligt edges Van der Ven in terms of defensive awareness, even player awareness, and also his tackling ability. But for this game and this game alone, because of the way Spurs play, Van der Ven would definitely edge the lead just because of his sheer pace, the way he tracks back, the way he just runs and runs and runs and runs. Imagine Van der Ven, that fourth goal that he scored against Everton. I honestly can't see the lead making that lung-busting run from box to box just to assist Son for a fourth goal game. So, in terms of the Leeds and Van der Ven, I would stick to Van der Ven just because I feel that Van der Ven is going to be that difference maker in this game. If both teams do go for the win, if both teams do go all out and they leave gaps behind, I will put my bottom dollar on the lead being able to mop up a whole lot better than I will bet on Van der Ven being able to mop up better than the lead, which then comes to the other centre back, and this is going to be a tough one. Two Argentine internationals here in Lisandro Martinez and also our very own Christian Romero. So this is one I think that a lot of people will debate the hell out of it because both of them are World Cup winners. Both of them have been very, very pivotal, I feel, in terms of Argentina's World Cup success. But let's just quickly hear from you first, Mr. Sievers. Between Lisandro Martinez and Cuti Romero, which of these two centre-backs makes it into your combined 11?
It's got to be Romero, Chang. It's got to be Romero. I mean, they've both got that little bit of aggression in them, that kind of, I don't want to say meanness, but almost a little bit of meanness. And you need that. And of course, Romero just has a understanding with Van der Ven. They've got a partnership going where, Romero can get himself up the pitch. He can contribute in the attack, get things kind of started from almost a midfield position because he knows he's got Van der Ven back there to mop up if he needs him. What about you, though, buddy?
For me, it's Romero all day long because if you were to look in terms of the contributions, I'm just going to speak on this. I'm just going to analyze this not in terms of how these two centre backs contribute to their club, but rather what they contribute to the Argentine national squad. And for me, if you look at the statistics alone, Romero's defensive statistics compared to that of Martinez, he just beats Martinez, all ends up in that centre-back pairing for Argentina. You could almost argue that Romero is the one that's carrying that defense, and that Martinez is almost like a Michael Dawson to Romero being Ledley King, if I could.
I like that. Yeah.
To explain the difference between Martinez and Romero. Don't get me wrong. There are times that Martinez has outshone Romero, especially in those games where you need a very calm and level-headed mind, which up until last season, Romero was just very reckless, almost a bit too foolhardy and gung-ho with his tackling and his robustness. But yeah, in the past 2 seasons alone, I think Romero has matured by leaps and bounds. And for me, he will definitely edge Martinez out. But that's the two centre backs. And moving very quickly now, because we only have about 40 minutes time before kickoff. Let's go to the fullbacks. Let's quickly go to the fullbacks. Diogo Dalot and Destiny Udogie. Which of these two left backs would you rather have in the combined 11?
It's tough. That's a position where I might actually go with the United player. I might go with Dalot. I think that Udogie has not been on it yet this season, whether that's due to lack of minutes, lack of preseason, early season injuries. He's had a bit of it all. He hasn't got as many minutes in his legs as I think we would like. I might go with Dalot on this one, and just to seem like I'm not a biased Spurs fan too. I'll spread the love around a little bit. But yeah, Chang, what about yourself, buddy?
Diallo. For me, it's Diallo, not because of his age or his experience or everything that you just said in terms of how Udogie hasn't been up to scratch this season. For me, Diallo has better defensive capabilities and also his his know-how when it comes to mopping up that left-hand side for United. But not only that, he actually does a lot more with the ball going forward. Yes, Udogi has been known to grab an assist every now and then, maybe even a goal every month or so for Spurs, especially in that first half of last season. But
Oh God,
in
yeah,
terms
yeah.
of,
He was unreal last season. He just hasn't hit those same heights this season.
maybe you could put it down to Dalot being a lot more mature, being a lot more seasoned. Whether it's in terms of him being Portugal's surefire starter since 2021, where I think he's made something like 20 plus appearances for the Portuguese national team and scored 3 goals for Portugal as well. So that's a very good return for a left back. And yeah, for me, I think Diallo is a no-brainer in terms of the left back. The right back now, Mazraoui and Oro. This is also going to split.
Poro all day long for me, Chang. All day and twice on Sundays. And today's Sunday. So look at that.
So yeah, I think actually this is where I am still a bit split about Mazraoui and Poro. Defensive wise, Mazraoui edges Poro because honestly, Poro hasn't been really good at defending, and it's not just for us. It's even back when he was back at a Sporting too, for that matter. So defensive wise, I would actually love to see Jet Spence play this game and push Poro up, which is why I alluded to Poro coming on. I alluded to Poro being pushed further up that right and bringing Spence on in place of Werner for the second half if things aren't working out for Werner. But in terms of going forward, in terms of bringing the ball, carrying the ball forward, and even scoring, the odd goal or two, I think Poro still edges it. For this starting 11 in this particular lineup, I would go with Poro simply because I think Poro might just assist or even score in this game that is going to kick off in just over 10 minutes from now. So for this game alone, yeah, I think I will go for Poro to take up that right back slot. Going now very quickly to the midfield pairing of Manuel Ugarte and Koibi Manu. Between the two of them and our own Kulusevski and Bentancur, which of these center midfielders makes it into your combined 11?
I know that everybody's got good things to say about Kobe Manu, and he's a great player. Don't get me wrong, but I would rather have the two that we've got. I really would. I think that Kulu has proven himself to be undroppable, basically, in this squad. You know, with the way that he's been playing, he's almost playing as like a hybrid 8-10 kind of a role. But yeah, he's wonderful. I wouldn't move him. And then of course Bentancur. Just a great leader, probably the most experienced out of all of our midfielders. So yeah, I would go with those two. I really would.
Very, very well picked choices. Yeah, I think for that midfield duo, if you were to maybe compartmentalize, or rather if you were to grade each player individually, I think they all have their pros and cons. But if you were to come up for a center midfield pairing, I honestly feel that the combination of Kulusevski and Bentancur is probably what we need right now, or rather what is required to win that midfield battle, which I think is going to be the make or break for either team in this game. I can honestly see Bentancur mopping up and even acting as a foil. I actually feel that Bentancur is a better foil for Romero and Van der Ven compared to, say, Ugarte, acting as that foil for De Ligt and Martinez. And in terms of, say, pushing forward or even running the channels and drifting out wide on either flank, I would say Kulusevski just about edges Mainu out. I know that Mainu still has a lot to learn, and that he might even end up being, a lot better in center midfield in the long run compared to, say, Kulusevski. But for this match alone, and based on their recent form, Kulusevski edges out edges mining out as well. So yeah, for me it's going to be Kulusevski and Bentancur in midfield. And with that midfield done, now this is where I should have got this number 8 down in the combined 11, and it's not going to be a popular opinion. I'm not going to be popular anytime soon with any of our fan base based on my pick for the number 8 in our combined 11. But Bruno Fernandes and James Maddison. Let's hear your thoughts first before you start singing the James Maddison song.
No, I mean, good. It's a good question. But I think that Bruno Fernandes might be the better of the two. He might more consistent, perhaps, which I know not a lot of people will want to hear. James Maddison, when he's on, he's great, but he's not always the most consistent player. So he's either really good or he's not very good. He's been great the last game or two. So hopefully he can keep that up. So yeah, look at this. David Shear's in the house, everybody. I just want to say hey to David real quick. He says good morning to both of us, and he said, "How can Manu be a great at 19?" So yeah, look at this, and then he says, "Oh, bugger off, Chang. Rat boy Fernandez sucks, mate." Look at that. You said you weren't going to be too popular. You were right.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of that international experience, that match day experience, and also in terms of winning mentality, for me, Fernandes just about edges Maddison out. I know I would love nothing more than to see James Maddison get 2 back-to-back Man of the Man awards, especially given his performances last Saturday when we did that watch along with Senor Garcia against Brentford.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
For this match, I know that we're going to pick Fernandes in our combined 11, but for this match alone and this match only, please, if there ever was one time for you to even get back-to-back Man of the Match awards this season alone, this is that time to do it. Not just because it would mean so much for us, but I can imagine. I can't remember what was the name of that interim England manager that just took over from. But I can bet you that interim manager would be in attendance at Old Trafford, maybe alongside Sir Alex if he's still watching.
Lee Carsley.
Carlisle, maybe. I think this is the perfect opportunity for James Maddison to showcase what he's all about, why he should be, in the reckoning for the next World Cup. Although I know it's still the qualifiers and England haven't secured their berth yet, but James Maddison, for me, he has a lot of ground to make up for, especially with those last few matches from last season where he was not surprisingly dropped from the starting 11 altogether. And this season, I think he has to really, make the most of the opportunities that's being afforded to him, because if he starts going missing, Bergwall is just ready to step in. And we've seen glimpses of Bergwall. I know Bergwall still has a lot to prove himself as well, but Bergwall is hanging in there in terms of that rotation. But since that's the number 8 settled now, this is where the fun and games start in terms of that starting 11 lineup. Rashford and Garnacho versus Brennan Johnson and Timo Werner. Let's go with the right midfield first, or rather the right wing. Marcus Rashford on the right or Brennan Johnson on the right? Whom would you pick in your starting 11 now?
Brennan Johnson. I mean it. I mean it. I really do. I think Brennan Johnson's got a point to prove now, and he's looked really good since he scored that first goal. He's almost looked angry, like there's an anger in him, and I think that's helping him out. So I'm going Brennan Johnson for real. No joke.
Yep. I think there's absolutely no debate about that as well. For me, Johnson, 3 in 3. Marcus Rashford can only dream of getting 3 in 3 now, whether it's in all competitions or 3 consecutive domestic games or whatever it is for him. For me, Marcus Rashford has seriously dropped off tremendously, and it's a wonder that he's even still in that United starting 11, let alone at United at all, given how poor he's been ever since ever since that one season wonder he was with United, scoring all those goals for them. But now that we've chosen Johnson on that right wing, that left wing, Garnacho.
That's where we know it. We're going to choose Garnacho. We're going to choose Garnacho over Werner. We have to. Chang, I'm worried you're not going to get to tell us about the importance of this date. We're coming up on 3 minutes.
So let's finish up with Solanke and Zirkzee.
Xerxes hasn't shown me enough yet. Had it been had it been the other fella, why can't I think of his name? Hoyland. If it was Hoyland, it would be harder for me. But yeah, but I'm definitely going with our boy with Solanke. Yeah. What about
Solanke for me as well. Solanke for me as well. I mean, Solanke for me, I know he's only just got 2 so-called tap-ins, if that's what you're going to describe them, or rather that's how you're going to categorize them. But between Solanke and also Xerxes, Solanke for me all day long. So, which then very quickly brings us to this dates in history in my life 12 years ago. That's the 29th of September 2012 was my wedding day.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. So today marks 12 years anniversary for me. And that wedding night, the dinner finished off at about 10:30 p.m. I just got the starting 11 lineups. When the dinner ended, I saw Bale on the score. I saw Bale in the starting lineup. I saw Clint Dempsey. I saw Aaron Lennon. I saw William Gallas. I also saw, Brad Friedel in goal. I saw Kyle Walker. Imagine that's how long ago, 12 years ago. I saw Kyle Walker in right
Kyle Walker. I miss him.
Sandro. I saw Sandro in centre midfield.
Oh, Sandro was one of my favorites.
I saw Aaron Lennon. Aaron Lennon was on the right. Bale was on the left for us. And also Jermaine Defoe. Jermaine Defoe was up top alongside Clint Dempsey. And I'm not going to lie, I rushed back home from the wedding venue at 11 p.m. just so I could catch the kickoff at 11:30 p.m., which is the exact kickoff time on my wedding day between United and Spurs 12 years ago to this very day. Is also the same time. That's going to be in about a minute's time. I think it's already kicked off, and my stream here shows that the players are now about ready to kick us off. And
I just saw the handshake between managers. Is that what you're seeing?
Yeah, I saw that as well, and I think that they're panning the camera. Yep. Okay, so it's kicking off now.
You're slightly ahead of me. How does that always happen?
Hang on. Let me just. I think you might have to refresh your stream because. Okay. Yeah, I can see.
It's in Spanish. We're watching a Spanish one. Yeah, there's Madison.
Okay. Oh, okay. Sorry. So I have to turn off my live stream. I'm actually using the Bet365 live stream. I'm going to turn this off. Yep, we've kicked off. We have indeed kicked off with your stream, that is. So very quickly, that was a night that would live long in my memory. I mean, I would never have dreamt that we would get that dream start when Jan Vertonghen ran down that left-hand centre-back role, or rather left wing-back role. He got that own goal out of Johnny Evans. And ever since then, we were in control of that first half. For me, the goal of that entire encounter, where we won 3-2 away at Old Trafford, was Bale's goal. I mean, Bale skinning Rio Ferdinand, slotting past, I think it was Van der Sar.
That makes sense.
It was Edwin Van der Sar in goal for United 12 years ago on this very day.
Hopefully, Oh, I would say hopefully we can do it again for you, buddy.
I really do hope so. And yeah, that second half was, I think, the most nervous I've ever been, even before my own wedding day, where they got a very well deserved equalizer. Rooney coming on and really making a difference. Nani or however you spell that, however you pronounce that Portuguese. He got on the end of a Rooney cross and he got them back by one. But straight away after they scored, we then went on the other end. Bale doing Bale things. He got a shot away that Van der Sar saved, but he could only parry as far out as Clint Dempsey. And Clint Dempsey scored his first ever goal for Spurs in all competitions. That game to give us a 3-1 lead before they then got themselves back into the reckoning. 3-2 immediately after. I think it was Shinji Kagawa.
You were right. Great
Japanese.
memory on you. Yeah, man.
And
our pressing is looking so good. Sorry, Chang. I'm listening.
Yes,
I promise.
Yeah, I am seeing our pressing, and we won the ball, and we're winning the ball back. And ooh, come on! No! Cover back. Well done.
Okay, nice.
Come on, well done. Van der Ven. So we are. Yeah, look at Van der Ven. Look at him.
No way De Ligt would be doing that. Oh my God! Go! Brandon Johnson, 4 and 4.
4 in 4.
Brandon Johnson,
What did I tell you?
4 and 4,
Johnson,
baby.
Johnson,
Yes.
4 in 4. 4 in 4.
Yes.
Brandon Johnson, 4 in 4.
Let me get
That's
this
what
off
you
of
wanna
here.
see.
Yes.
That's what it's all
Come
about.
on, Brandon Johnson. Come
4
on.
in 4.
Yes.
Can you imagine? This is just the stuff of dreams right there. That right there is what Brandon Johnson, my goodness me, 4 in 4. Wow. And just only minutes earlier when I just joined this watch along, what did I say? The chances of Johnson getting 4 in 4 is actually a lot greater and a lot better than, say, Werner actually getting a good game. I really hope I'm going to be proved wrong, that we are going to build on this. And as I'm just looking at the clock, I'm not going to scare you, but Johnson's goal is about more or less about the same time as that of Vertonghen's goal that he scored off the Johnny Evans' own goal. And just like Vertonghen, it's another
defender setting it up. Yeah.
It's another
left-sided.
Left center back. 12 years ago, it was Vertonghen. I don't know. There is actually a term for those Scandinavian countries. I can't remember what the term was for those Scandinavian countries, the Germans, the Belgians, the Dutch. There's a term for them, but it's another Scandinavian left center back that's got us the assist, or got us the much needed opener, and it was courtesy of Van der Ven. Earlier on, also we were talking about Van der Ven's pace and how I would definitely choose Van der Ven over the lead. And again, this
exactly, that shows why, for sure.
You showed, and honestly, that's Van der Ven bombing round down the middle. That was just like an action replay. From that fourth goal against Everton at home in our second match day. So 4 in 4 now for Johnson. This lad is on fire. If there are any more haters, if there are any more doubters, I mean, you have either got to be a closeted Woolwich fan, or you are just a hater all your life. So I'm so glad for Johnson. Let's see now what we are made up of defensively. Oh, look at that. Who's that? Is that Gallas? No, that's not Gallas. Who's that?
No, I don't know. I wish I did. That's a nice cap that he's wearing. Hold on, let me get the score up here. I forgot to put that up. We were so busy
the
talking.
Score and the timer as well.
Yeah.
Score and the timer up. By the way, I need to give a very quick shout out to anyone who's been here with us since the beginning of the show, whether you are just here in this last few minutes, or if you've joined us at the beginning of the stream, where we're going through the starting 11 and also our preferred combined 11. To Daikaru, thank you for being here with us. We really, really appreciate you, Daikaru. Much love to you. I really hope you have a fantastic weekend ahead, regardless of the outcome of this match come final whistle. But for as long as we are leading, for as long as we are still in the ascendancy and keeping possession, come on, you Spurs, and let's get more. Let's go for a second. Let's go for the jugular. Let's really
Yeah.
bury United at Old Trafford while we still can. And
I fully agree. Let me get that logo out of the way.
come on! Oh, Solanke couldn't.
He tried. He sure tried.
We
Okay,
are
so let me-
on 6 minutes and 30 seconds now. Ten Hag's looking on from the touchline.
Shaking his head.
He's shaking his
He
head.
doesn't.
He's looking at Rashford now. And let's see this now. Rashford tries. There we go. See, let's see this replay again. Van der Ven. He's running. No one's closing him down. No one's getting close to him. He squares it. What an assist that was by Van der Ven.
Pranvat's not happy. Pranvat says pathetic goal conceded. Sorry, Pranvat. Sorry, buddy. But we're happy. We're happy about it.
If that was Werner, that would actually have kickstarted Werner's season for us, for me as well. But right now, since it's Johnson getting on the end of that squared ball by Van der Ven, good for Johnson. 4-4 for him now, and I really do hope that this is just a sign of things to come from Johnson.
And we got Cody Fredrickson in the chat, who's my in real life friend. We've been friends since kindergarten, since we were 5 years old. And Cody saying that Mickey is an effing stud. I guess we can curse on here. Mickey's a fucking stud. And then my mom's here too. She says, watching the game on my phone, you guys on my TV. Big love, mama. Glad you're here. Glad you're here to see this awesome Spurs performance. Hopefully I don't jinx it, but it's gonna be great. We're gonna win.
And by the way, if you are still watching this watch along and you are still listening to us, Madam Lynn Silvers, can I just say this is one hell of a kid you brought up. You really raised him right, and I couldn't be more blessed and privileged to be doing this watch along with your son. You're
gonna make me tear up. You're gonna make me tear up, Chang. You're being so
my
sweet.
12th anniversary of my wedding, on this very same day, in this very same fixture that kicks off at the exact same time as it did 12 years ago. I mean, I'm so glad to be sharing this moment with you, Mr. Sievers. I really do wish that this is just the start of many more other watch-alongs or shows between the both of us. But let's just focus now. Let's just keep our concentration and our focus firmly on this match that's unfolding. We are it's 9 minutes now on the clock. United have possession. They're going to play all the way back to Onana. I think they are really going to have their backs against the wall. One long ball from Onana all the way forward. That's well saved by Vicario. But yeah, there again, it was Rashford. Rashford got onto the end of that. Can you imagine that? One long ball over the top. Let's see this. I tell you what, that
he might have been a step offside.
That high line is suicidal. There is absolutely no necessity for us at this stage with that one goalie to be playing that high line and just instigating, or rather inviting them to play that long ball over the top and force us to make another Dragushin level mistake that might lead to a sending off and just blow this game wide open. But it's 10 minutes on the mark. We are still in the lead, thankfully. That long ball over the top by Onana didn't come to any good for United. We have possession now. We are trying to carve our way forward. What an outside. Come on, Werner. Come on, prove your worth. Back to Madison in the center.
Oh, second goal. Come on.
What a save that was. Come on. Ooh, what a save. I tell you what, Madison was put through on goal. Yes, the window for him to shoot was always shrinking. That window of opportunity was always shrinking the moment he got himself into position. But what's most important is he managed to get his shot away. Let's see this now. The 1-2 between him and
1-2 is
Kulu.
Yeah.
It was Kulu. The shot from him. Yeah.
Oh, it went off on his face. He stopped it with his face.
Shoulder or his face?
I'm not sure. One of the two.
Yeah, but that was
great
close.
save.
That was really close. if only Madison had a lot more composure and he actually chipped Onana the same way he chipped that Brentford keeper for our third of the night last Saturday. That might have been 2-0 right there, but good signs, very promising
Udogie
signs.
crossed
Udogie,
his.
no, cut out. It was cut out. Good. There was a good height for a cross, but unfortunately there wasn't enough dip in it. But we have possession. Kulu, come on, play it off. Well done. Shoot. Ooh,
Forced another save.
Udogie. I think it wasn't a save. I think it's gone out for a goal kick. Let's see this again.
Bummer. Yeah.
But let's see this now. Madison.
This
to
build-up play
Kulu.
is disgustingly good. Oh yeah,
Wow.
you're right. Goal kick.
Wow.
But Kulu's on one today, and I'm here for it. You know, this is incredible.
This whole reinvention of Kulu in center midfield is just exactly what a lot of the fans were crying out for since the end of last season when he was like a player reborn when we were playing Kulu in midfield against Man City in the game that no one wanted us to win apart from the Arsenal players, apart from the Arsenal fans. But we have 12 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. United, another long ball over the top for Rashford to chase. Thankfully, this one's a bit too long, and Vicario mops up. He plays it out to Van de Ven to Madison to Van de Ven back to Madison with a long raking ball down that left. I think Werner's going to get this. Werner will keep it in play. Werner, what's he going to do on this left? Werner, is he going to cross? Is he going to pass? Is he going to play it all the way back? Yeah, he plays it all the way back.
Safe back pass. Yep.
Typical Werner. I hope this isn't going to be a regular for the rest of this match. But you know what? Let's just hope that Werner learns from this. Let's just hope Werner does come good at some point. And it's going to be a goal kick now to United. We have 13 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock. Big Ange looks on as well. He's pacing up and down his touchline, licking his lips. We have 2 shots on target to none for United so far. Is it? No, 2 offsides. Is it 2 offsides? These fathers. My Spanish is a bit jumbled. Whatever that was, it was 2 to us and nothing for United. I'm not sure if it's 2 shots on target.
I think it had to be. Yeah, I think it was 2 shots on target.
We are in the ascendancy. We are having the lion's share of the possession in this first half. 14 minutes on the clock now. We are trying to press high. Is it Kulu or no? We nearly dispossessed them, the dangerous area.
Oh, everybody, get back!
No, we have the bodies back. There is no apparent danger yet. Yep, that's it. Well done. Rashford now. Rashford was the one who was trying to lace one across the goal mouth for Xerxes to latch onto it, but thankfully Vicario comes out and claims it. And Romero now's on the ball. Just played cool. Well done, Romero. Well done. Good interchange. Kulu, all the way to the middle. Madison. He's found Werner. Werner come to the left. Coming down. Werner coming down the left. Back to Madison.
I just wanted to say,
over the top. No, he couldn't.
Mom, if you're listening still, Mom, I'm going to send you the link we're watching on so that you can be synced up with us. She said she was 30 seconds behind, so I gotta get her the link here.
So here we go now. Let's see now. We have Van de Ven still on the ball. Van de Ven over to Romero to Bentancur in the center circle. That was a wayward pass, unfortunately, by Bentancur, but United are still trying to make their way forward, and they can't even get out. Yeah, they are okay. They're trying to progress the ball down the left now. Is it going to go off play? Yep.
Yeah, what are they doing, United? Pranvat, if you're still here, what is your team doing, buddy? Not looking great. We
are coming up to 60 minutes now. The United fans are looking worried. They are looking kind of nervous, and rightly so. I mean, that was an unforced error. I don't know who it was who played the ball out, but
to me, it looked like an unforced error where Marcus Rashford should have kept that in play, but Spurs have possession now. We're trying to bring the ball forward down this left-hand side, throw in to Spurs. It's going to be Porro down this right-hand side. He's going to take this throw in at 16 minutes and 15 seconds. He's trying to look for a pass. He's found, is it Bentancur or Solanke? I think it's Solanke. Solanke's dropped very deep now. There's absolutely no one in the United half for Spurs. All of us, all these Spurs players are now camped in our own half. Solanke is now just pushing past that center circle. He's trying to close down Onana. Nope, he doesn't try and lunge in, unfortunately for us. And United bring the ball out from their own half. They're going down their left-hand side, our right. Porro's trying to cut Rashford out. Will he get the better of Rashford? Nope. Rashford's been shown down the touchline, and it's going to be a goal kick to Spurs. Well done, Porro, for staying on your feet. 17 minutes on the clock now. That was, I think it's Diallo. Yep, that was Diallo who played it to Rashford, but Porro very sensibly didn't go to ground, didn't be too aggressive. Goal kick's already been taken, and Porro is going to keep possession. It's going to be Bentancur to Romero to Van der Ven to Udogi. We are now switching sides from right to left.
Foul. Madison was fouled.
Come on. Madison was pushed all the way. That's foul all the way, all day long. 17 minutes and 35 seconds on the clock. Manuel Ugarte fouling Madison just on the halfway line. The free kick's already been taken. It's Van der Ven to Romero to Van der Ven to Madison trying to get Timo in. Timo doesn't meet his man, but it's gone back to Madison. He recycles possession to Romero now. Romero out to Bentancur. Bentancur pays a back pass to Romero. We are just trying to draw them out from their own half. Romero to Bentancur, one long ball over the top, but it was a wayward pass. And Garnacho with acres and acres and acres of space down this left-hand side. Will Udogi be able to cover the cross? It's squared for Diallo. We won back possession. I think that's a handball, is it?
Ooh, and a kick out too. He looked like he kicked out a little bit at the Spurs player at Werner.
But credit to Werner. Werner doesn't make a meal of it. 18 minutes, 40 seconds on the clock. Vicario plays it out to the right to Porro. Porro is just strolling around with the ball. He plays it back to Vicario. They're playing the ball amongst themselves. Oh no, it's Romero. It's Romero, not Vicario. Not Porro. But it's just two center backs now interchanging passes with Vicario, and Romero is so high up as is Udogi. They are being closed down now. This is the press. Well done. Udogi, he's gone through. He's through.
Look
He's
how much
through.
space he's got. Come on.
Cross. Come on. Shoot. Johnson. Shoot.
Oh, right on the post.
He hit the post. Can you believe it? Johnson has just hit that left upright. It should have been a goal. It could have been a goal.
Oh,
it could have
God,
been 5-4 for Johnson. What a breakaway by Udogi down that left.
Hey, and this goes to show you what Ange said. Ange in an interview recently, he said that Johnson does great in training, that he's asking the right questions, that he's trying to improve his game all the time. He the stick from the fans, I really do think played a role in his bad form, and I think that, like I said, after he scored that first goal, he didn't celebrate for us. The first goal out of the start of this kind of run that he's on, he didn't really celebrate. That's the game he didn't clap the fans afterwards. I think that it lit a fire inside of him. I think he's playing with an anger to his game and an arrogance that he didn't have before, and I think he needed that. I don't know. I think that, we're definitely seeing the best Brennan Johnson we've seen since he came, and I think he's looking great. He's really impressing me, making me very happy. Looks like Udogi will continue. I think Romero waved off the sub, so we'll see here if Udogi can continue.
Udogi's on the.
Look at Brennan, the man himself, Brennan Johnson, man of the hour.
Let's just wait and see what happens with Udogi now. Physios are still working on him.
Let's see. I don't even see the foul, so I want to check that out again. Was he fouled off the outside of play? Oh, here it comes. Yeah, I don't even know what happened. Those are the worst. If nothing apparent happened and he's hurt, then that's not a good sign. Usually, it's less worrying if it's like a knock, impact injury. But here he's coming back on, so we're good. Destiny is back on the pitch. Well, it's coming back on the pitch.
I
We'll have
would
to wait since he
actually
received
look
treatment.
to. I honestly would look to bring on Spence if Udogi isn't feeling up to it. He's already missed enough games towards the latter end of last season. He can ill afford to be set on the bench for another spell, seeing as how we need.
Vicario with a wonderful save. Just saying, Vicario with a wonderful, wonderful save. It looked like was that Xerxes that had that shot just there? It wasn't ever the best connection, but still, it was a nice save. Nice save from Vicario.
It looked to have almost rolled under him. Although
Yeah.
he did hit the hand, it might have actually rolled under him, and if it did, then it might have been a bit unjust, but good on him getting down.
Ooh, Kulu. Sorry about that. Kulu, though, some wonderful, wonderful close control. And the ball is out to Werner. What can you do, Werner?
Come
Show us
on,
what you
Werner,
can
come on, come on,
do.
come on, Werner. Float it in, Werner, Werner.
Oh, look at that. That
Werner,
cross was
Werner.
perfect. That was perfect. There should have been somebody there.
Absolutely. Come on, we win the ball. Hey, come on, ref. That was a fair tackle. Romero had a fair tackle. On your feet, Mainu. On your feet. There was nothing. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
We're good,
No,
we're
no,
good.
no, 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 no. Oh, thank goodness.
I'd like a second goal, please, just to kind of calm the nerves. I also wanted to say, Mom sent you the link. AJ sent you the link. So if you guys are still watching and you need a link, there now is one. And if you're watching and you need one, let me know. But yep, we've had 4 shots to their 1.
To anyone who is interested, I know that this is a watch along. I know that this is a watch along for United versus Spurs, but over in the Women's Super League, the Spurs ladies have actually taken the lead against Aston Villa away on their travels. Evelina Sumanen has scored for the Spurs ladies in the 24th minute. And Spurs are leading that game from by 1-0. I know that Queen Ellie would be watching this game had it not clashed or coincide with the current United versus Spurs game they're watching. But good on the Spurs ladies. They won very, very convincingly in their opening match by 3-0. And it looks like they are going to continue on their run, getting 2-2 if the score stays the same.
Johnson got lucky there. I think Johnson made
no,
a meal.
It's not Johnson, it's Madison.
Yeah. He made a meal out of that, I think, to make sure he got the foul because he was beat dilly-dallying on the ball. Come on, Madison. Get rid of it quicker. All right.
So Romero now coming down this right-hand side. What is he going to do, Romero? Come on, Romero. Come on, Romero.
There we go. Smart. They're pressing pretty well. Oh, what an important touch. What an important touch. Who was that? Was that Bentancur?
I think this is where the players have to be smart now. Now that United are trying to play the possession game and try to create their chances rather than hit them long. This is where I think the midfield duo of Madison and Kulu and Bentancur have to be smart in terms of who goes forward and who drops back and acts as the foil for both Van der Ven and Romero. Yes, we have a lead. Yes, we could have taken a second goal. We could have extended that lead with a second goal by none other than the man of the moment, the man of the match so far, which is
Brennan Johnson, but we have to be smart not to allow them back into this game. Just
Look at
as I said,
Solanke,
this
man.
wow, Solanke, that was class. Solanke, come on, Johnson! Ooh.
Whoa! Werner
that-
was set up there, man. If that would have
If
come to
that
him,
cross wasn't cut out by Nasri, that was a second tap in. That would have been a second tap in of the game for us from wing to wing. But was Werner offside? Werner looks marginally offside though when the ball was played to him. But it doesn't matter nonetheless. It's not going to matter nonetheless because the cross was cut out, and we are now approaching 27 minutes. Spurs are still leading by a goal to nil, courtesy of Brennan Johnson. It could very well have been 2-0 had the ball struck the inside of the post rather than the outside from Johnson's 19th minute effort. It's 27 minutes on the clock now. The two centre-back pairing of Romero and Van der Ven are just playing the ball between themselves and Vicario. We are trying to lure them out again, just as we did for that chance by Johnson, which struck the upright. And Udogi I think Udogi's won the ball back. Well done. Come on. Werner,
Okay, come on, Werner. Beat your man.
Come on. Prove your worth. Come on. Pass. He's brought it back.
At least
That
he didn't give the ball
takes the
away.
sting. That just completely took the sting out of that movement. But Spurs still have the ball. Romero and Van der Ven are so high up the pitch now. It's almost ludicrous how far up the pitch they are both playing.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm loving it. Oh my God, look at that! Solanke's pressing. What a machine! Spurs throw high up the pitch.
Come on. We need to capitalize. We need to make the most of this pressure.
Yes, we do.
We would love nothing more than to get a second before halftime, before United equalize. I'm just thinking back to that game 12 years ago on my anniversary in this very same fixture where we got a second goal courtesy of that ludicrous Gareth Bale run where he just skinned Rio Ferdinand all ends up. And I would love nothing more than to see the same from him, from Johnson this second half, which coincidentally, in case not many people know of this, Johnson and Bill are actually Welsh.
Yeah, both from Wales.
We had a Welsh wizard, or rather, we had a Welsh wizard score for us 12 years ago in this very same fixture on this very same ground, and it seems like we now have another Welsh wizard in our books in the form of Johnson, and long may this continue. Long may this be like this. And we are now approaching the half-hour mark. We are coming up to 30 minutes on the clock, and United are trying to play out the back.
Look at that pressing!
Madison, he's get a shot.
Oh, right at the keeper. Yeah,
that was too central, but we won the ball back. Courtesy of our high press. It's now 10 seconds away from the from the half-hour mark, and this has been breathless. This has been absolutely breathless.
Look at this. We've had so much control. Oh, what in the hell? But okay, whatever. We still got the ball. We're good. Still in a good position. And look at that, Johnson with the mentality, with the he plays it off of the United defender out of bounds for a Spurs throw. Poro lining up to take the throw in for us. We'll see what we can do here, guys. I hate how static we are on throw-ins, Chang. We need to be moving around more. Move those defenders around.
No, in this instance, I would say it's very difficult to be dynamic or to be mobile because of the position in which the free kick is being taken, but the throw-in. But come on, Kulu, he couldn't do anything there.
It's okay. We got Werner back on the ball. Okay, he's recycling possession. Bentancur is looking for a pass. Ends up playing it back to
31
Van
minutes
Ven.
on the mark. Bentancur, Van der Ven, Romero, Udogi, Vicario all interchanging between themselves in our own half as we try to draw them out. It's getting very, very crowded in that United half. And
I thought that was going out. I thought that had been overplayed.
Werner's motoring up. Werner's coming forward and he's lost the ball.
Come on, keep pressing in. Press. Look at that. Look at that.
He's won the ball back. Wow, well done, Werner. Well done.
Honestly, he hasn't been terrible today. He has not been wonderful. Don't get me
He's
wrong.
put in a shift and he looks to be trying his best, but he needs to move a lot faster. You see this here? Good. Come on, Johnson, shoot. Oh,
That's a corner.
No,
that's
definitely
a corner.
not Johnson. Sorry, it's is it a corner? I think it's won a corner. He's won a corner off the lead.
Yes, sir.
Destiny Udogi has won a corner off the lead in the 32nd minute. We are now going to take this corner that's going to be swung in from the left. Let's see now. I think it's going to be Kulu. Is it going to be Kulu? I think it's going to be Kulu. Sun's not going to be taking this corner. He's out entirely. So is it? Oh, no, it's Madison. So Kulu walks away. Madison now takes the corner, swings it in too far. It's a bit too long.
Gets a head on it though to keep it alive.
Gets a head on it, but it's Poro now the other way.
Oh
my goodness me. Romero, that would have been the goal of the match. That might even have been a goal of the season. I want to see this from behind the goal. I really want to see this from behind the goal. How close was that? How close was that to being 2-0? That is a lot. That chance was a lot harder than the Johnson chance that hit the upright. But from that angle, I think it's going to be a cut. This is going to be a cut here for the
for Mazraoui.
Mazraoui. This yellow card for Mazraoui should really demoralize him if Udogi is going to be running at him for the remainder of the next hour or so of this remaining of this match. And the signs are promising. But this is where my years and years of experience watching Spurs trying to get the second, that much needed second. And the longer we try to get that second, the longer we don't get the second, and the longer United hold out at home is where the worry starts to creep in.
But Chang, one good thing though is normally under previous managers we would be holding on tightly to this 1-0 lead and we would be trying to keep it that way. Whereas under Ange, we're playing for that second goal. We're fighting for that second goal, and I like that a lot.
Come on, interchange. Kulu.
Oh, son of a gun. That was so close. All right, but hey,
Udogi, stick to Garnacho. Oh my goodness, here they come. Poro, come on.
Okay, we're good.
Poro, keep tight. Don't let him cross. Cut it out, guys. Thankfully, the players got back in time. To anyone who's listening to us, but you don't have any visual, if you don't have any video, United were trying to hit us on the counter. It was from left to right. Garnacho all the way out to Xerxes on the left, and Bruno Fernandes had just hit a cross into the box. I think that's him now on the screen, the interim manager. That was the England interim manager on the screen, and my prediction was correct. He is in attendance, and this is that one game that either Rashford or Maddison have to seriously step up in this encounter to have any reckoning to be considered for the next mini international break after the Brighton game. But United are trying to go one long ball. Well done. Romero, well done. Mopping up.
Hey, I'm going to run to the restroom. You're in charge.
Sure.
You got this.
No problem. I got this horse. Leave it to me. So we are now on 35 minutes and 40 seconds. Spurs in possession now. Romero with the ball. He is going to just delay as long as he can, and again try and draw those United players out from their own half.
they're not really taking the bait, and I think we've been a bit too impatient trying to play out the back. United have the ball. Oh my goodness, he's in. Well done. Oh, what a timely interception that was by Van der Ven. They were nearly in. That was nearly. Oh, come on, that's got to be a no. Hey, come on, ref. That was a foul. Surely that's got to be a foul. But the ref waves play on, and Marcus Rashford is trying to motor down this left-hand side. Unfortunately for him, Porro has him in his back pocket. So far this first half, we are not dealing with the crosses though. Oh my goodness me. I think Garnacho has just struck the upright himself. Porro not cutting the cross out. No one getting anywhere close to Rashford as he floats this in. I think Johnson, as brilliant as Johnson has been for us this first half, both Johnson and Porro did not close Rashford down, and that has allowed him to float that cross in for Garnacho, which resulted in Garnacho wrapping that right foot of his around the ball and striking the near post that even though Vicario was totally in control of that, but United have indeed struck the upright in the 37th minute. The score is still very finely poised at 1-0 to Spurs. That was nearly a lifeline back into the game, courtesy of a Rashford cross that wasn't picked up by either Porro or Johnson. But as the game...
Oh, shit.
What a
Give the
giveaway.
ball
What
away.
a giveaway. What a giveaway. This is what I'm worried about. That
There we go.
last...
No, there we go. Nice.
Come on.
Kulu!
Break through.
Yes, come on, Werner.
Werner.
Come on,
Werner is
Werner.
1-on-1. It's 1-on-1. Come on, Werner. Come on. Oh my goodness me, Werner. Another missed 1-on-1. Yet another 1-on-1 that you fluff.
He's in his own head though. It's a lot like Johnson before Johnson started to score.
God. Come on, Werner. That was your chance. You were true. You were clean through. You were 1-on-1 and you shot straight at Onana. You didn't even try to pick your spot. You just shot straight at him. Come on, Werner. You can't
Oh, that was
Come on, Rab,
delicious.
that's a
Yellow
cut.
card.
That
Yellow
is a
card.
cut all day long. That is a cut
Yes.
all day long. So I think it's Diallo. So both their fullbacks now, both United fullbacks are on yellows. We really
that was a bad one.
It wasn't bad, but okay, let's see this replay again. This is going to be so heartbreaking. Werner's run was timed to perfection, and he was bearing down his goal. There was absolutely no one around him.
I feel like he was trying to go far post. He was trying to go far post, but he just didn't wrap his foot around it correctly.
Come on, that was so tame.
That was bad.
Oh my goodness me, Timo. I mean, I am as optimistic and as I can't even find the words right now. I am as hopeful as I am as anyone for any Spurs player, regardless if you're a Ricardo Rocha, regardless if you're a Roberto Soldado.
Oh man!
Nope, it was blocked. Good idea.
Corner. Spurs corner.
We have just won a corner on the 40 minutes mark. Only 5 minutes left of this very, 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 very exciting first half left to be played. It's been just end to end since kickoff, and this time it's Kulu. This time Kulu floats in from the right. You see Van der Ven and Romero discussing among themselves as the corner floats in.
Oh, so close again.
It's not over yet. Romero's still in possession. That's a foul. Is that a foul? No foul.
It looked like one, but they didn't call it.
Come on, spin and turn. Shoot. Someone shoot. Nobody's taking the shot.
We've kept possession. We're doing okay.
Play it out. No. That is not a good place to lose the ball. Just
but we've done a good job. We've done a good job getting back. We've got men back. Damn, that was easy. Okay, here we go. Nice. Nice work. Van de Ven, aka the blanket, as Jose would call him. Big up to Jose, by the way. Oh, red card? Red card. There was just a red card. Is that for Spurs or against Spurs? I don't know. My sound is off. Okay, good.
It's definitely not for Spurs. Do you know why? Fernandez is the one that's doing all the complaining now. I think he's gone. I think he's gone. I think he is gone. I think he's gone. Not only this is okay. You know what? You know what this reminds me of? Do you remember that one game where Anthony Martial got sent off? Ooh, that was so late. Fernandez lost his footing here. Watch this again. He lost his footing, but what a lunge that was. Come on. He went for the ball was long gone. Both the ball and the play was long gone. That was such a reckless lunge. Come on.
And it was at about knee height too. That was not good. I think that's going to have to stand.
I think Maddison is going to feel that on his ankles. He's definitely going to feel that on his left ankle.
Get out of here, Bruno Fernandes. Get out. Get off the pitch.
This is now. We now have a chance to better our 6-1.
Look at this. What do you think? What do you think Maddison is saying to him right now?
No, fair play to Maddison. Fair play to Maddison. He didn't make a meal of it. He did feel it, of course, because it was right on his ankles. But he then goes over to have a chat with the player that got sent off because of his reckless foul on him. So that is very mature and very sensible of James Maddison to just go and have a chat with the United skipper of the day, which from what I'm seeing, I think he's handing the captain's armband over to, is it Rashford? No, it's not Rashford. I
didn't see who he handed it
to. I saw Van Nistelrooy on the screen. Van Nistelrooy and Ten Hag were in deep discussion there on the touchline as we are seeing Fernandes march to the tunnel. But the players are still applauding him. And here comes Mason Mount. Mason Mount is going to be coming on for somebody. I'm not sure whom. It could be.
Here's my question, though. We've seen teams recently trying to play against 10 men, and the teams with 10 men doing a very good job. So I'm worried that after this, United are going to sit back. He comes in for Kobe Manu, but I'm worried they're going to sit back and try to frustrate us with 10 men behind the ball. We'll have to see. But yes, David Shearer, Rat Boys, petulant prick, he says. Descartes was saying, oh, that is a real proper red. Absolutely. And then Descartes earlier said he doesn't know if anyone has explained to Werner that rectangular thing with the net is kind of important. I like that. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Love you guys. Glad you're all here. This is going to be a fun one. I think that we are going to hopefully rack up a few more goals. We've had the chances already.
We have to make this man advantage count. We simply have to make the extra man count here. We have to go all out now for not just for a second, but to grab as many goals and just make that. Yeah, it's Mainu.
He went straight down the tunnel too. I hope he's not injured. I hope he's okay.
No, he's the one who made way for Mount.
Right. Yeah. But he didn't even go sit on the bench. He just walked right down the tunnel. So I just didn't know if maybe there's something else going on with him.
Okay, I'm just going to take a quick breather before halftime. Before the let's see how many minutes is on the board first before I go and grab a drink. I really need a refresher. I've been absolutely blabbering on nonstop ever since I got onto the stream for about an hour now.
No, you're doing great.
We still don't know how many minutes of added on time is going to be added on in this second
5.
It is 5. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to be back in about 60. Hold the fort down. I'll be back before the 47th minute. Okay.
Sounds great. See you, buddy. Oh man, and it looks like a yellow card to our boy Brennan Johnson for picking up the ball. He thought he was fouled. Apparently not. And I think the yellow card might be for handling the ball. We will see. I'm watching it in Spanish. My Spanish is not up to scratch here, but yellow card for Brennan Johnson. Long ball played by Onana. Spurs quickly win it back. Oh, but the ball goes out. So United throw in our half. You guys will have to bear with me. I am not quite the play-by-play specialist that Chang is, but look at Eric Ten Hag not looking happy. United with the ball back in their half, trying to get something started. And look, they do. They break into our half, but quickly won back by Destiny, who is fouled. And quick throw.
And I'm back very quickly now. I can see Madison motoring forward with the ball, pushing up midfield. I think it's it's Lolo. Kulu on the ball. Is he going to spin? You can turn his man. Well done, Werner. Come on, Werner. You have to make up for that.
Beat your man, put it across. Oh, that cross
that
was god awful though.
High. That's far. Is it? Hey, come on. Was Johnson pulled down?
Hopefully,
it looks like
VAR
Johnson
looks at that.
Down. Will VAR take a look at that?
Johnson
looks to have been hauled to the floor, to be honest with you. Although, yes, the ball had long gone, there was absolutely no way that Johnson could have got onto the end of that, but he was hauled down in the box off the ball. He was hauled down inside the penalty box off the ball. So it is rather soft to be fair. I still am a Spurs fan through and through, but to be fair, it is soft. So I think there's nothing more to it. But Spurs are trying to win the ball back. Well done. All
right. Werner's got the ball. He's playing it.
So as I'm reading this, so the passing percentage, Spurs have 88% of passing accuracy compared to 77 for United. And come on, that's another cut. Come on, ref. You have to give a cut for that. It's going to be another yellow. That's going to be yet another yellow now for a United player. Who is it now? It's Mason Mount.
Mount already
has just got a yellow no sooner after coming on in place of Koibi Manu. So the United players are completely losing their discipline here. Both their fullbacks are carded. Mason Mount has been carded. Bruno Fernandes has been shown a straight red by the referee, and United, I wouldn't be surprised if United even go down to 9 men before the end of this match at the rate that they're picking up cards left, right, and center. So
especially key positions, key defensive positions.
Exactly. But we have to make this pressure count. We have to make the extra man advantage count and really run at their fullbacks that are still on yellows. Don't forget, both Nazraoui and Diallo are also on yellow, so run at them all we can. Here we go. Couldn't find anybody in the box by Johnson, but we have possession. Look at that. Romero and Van der Ven are almost acting as center midfielders now.
I love it. People complain about the high line, and I understand. But I like the high line. The high line allows us to play with such...
Absolutely everyone is in that United half, barring Vicario, and we are going forward. Come on! He just couldn't get around him. Solanke couldn't get around that United player, whoever that was.
Mason Mount plays...
Come on, Van der Ven. Look at Van der Ven. Look at that Van der Ven.
God, I love him.
Cheers to you. Cheers to you, Van der Ven. This one's for you, Van der Ven. And that's it. That's halftime. That's it. Halftime's been blown. It's Spurs going into the half at 1-0. Spurs are going into the half at 1-0, and so are the Spurs ladies as well. The Spurs ladies are also going into the half at 1-0 away at Aston Villa, so it's looking very good for both Spurs men and ladies team. And as I say that, I'm going to take a quick refresher.
Sounds good, my man. Absolutely. Chang, I was going to say, so I start work at 12:30 in an hour and 10 minutes. There's a chance that I might have to have you end the stream. But we'll talk about that if it comes to it. We'll get it figured out. No worries. But yeah, it's going to be great going to work today if we can pull off the win. It's so much better going to work on the back of a win than a loss. As honestly, I'm sure you know, Chang.
Yeah, honestly, right now we are looking good for making this 4 in 4. I don't see any reason why we cannot capitalize on the extra man advantage to make this 4 in 4. And as I'm looking through social media, remember that gentleman in the tweet cap or the flat cap that we saw on our screens earlier? That was actually Brennan Johnson's dad.
Oh wow,
That was
nice.
Brennan Johnson's dad. He was also shown on screen when Johnson scored that late winner against Coventry City. Johnson's dad was also pictured in the stands with the rest of the Spurs fans celebrating his son's victory, or rather his son's goal that proved to be the winning goal in our away cup win at Coventry City. So that was his dad. Great job to him, showing up all the way at Old Trafford for his son's fourth goal in 4 matches. And I mean, that half had everything that we could have hoped for. It had goals, it had chances, it had near misses, it had close chances, close shaves. It even had a red card, which is very, very reminiscent to that Anthony Martial slap on Eric Lamela during COVID when Jose Mourinho was still in charge of us. But it's looking good for Spurs, and I think it's going to be a very, very long sleepless night for me, because immediately after I log off the stream to our watch along, I will look to try and join Mr. Sroka. If you're still hearing me, sir, I would very much like to be part of our 8 p.m. Show over on Spurs Diehards, Tottenham Till I Die, before I then have to jump on another stream an hour into that at 9 p.m. UK time, together with Miss Ash Patmaraj over on El Tel Cockerel. Somehow or other, Senor Garcia set the 9 a.m. stream to 9 p.m. So
Oh, no.
the stream that we were supposed to do at 9 a.m. in the morning ended up being at 9 p.m. But if things go our way, if I do stay energized enough from between now to the end of the day, before I then have to go to work, about an hour into my stream with Miss Ash, I think I should be able to go or on an all-night bender. Although it's not really an all-night bender, it's almost like an all-nighter. And cheers to everyone who's watching this, whether you are watching from down under. If you're watching from down under, I think it's almost 3:30 a.m. where you are right now. Mr. David Shear, if you're still listening, or to anyone who's down under, like Mr. David Shear.
Dekaru is in Australia as well.
Yes, Dekaru to you as well, Dekaru. And
Peter Gaius. So
yes, Peter K.
Saying,
Hayes as well. There's so many of you Aussie fans. Massive,
glad to have you.
Aussie fans. We are so very glad and honored to have you with us on our channel, on our streams, on our watch-alongs, wherever you may be, on social media, on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook. Here's to you guys for really toughing it out, for really going the distance, going to great lengths to even watch the mighty Spurs play in the witching hours of your Monday morning. To the Asian fans, to any Asian fans who are watching this with us as well, it's just half an hour past midnight. Whether you're in India, whether you're in Hong Kong, Japan, Korea, Thailand, the Philippines, Bangladesh, Pakistan, wherever you are, here's to you as well for joining us. And not forgetting as well our European brethren. If you are from Malmo or anywhere in Sweden, following Kulusevski and his exploits, cheers to you as well from Southeast Asia. To anyone watching from Britain, whether you be in Scotland, Ireland, Wales, good old jolly England, cheers to you as well, my British brethren. And last but not least, to anyone in the Americas, whether you're from Central America, North America, South America, wherever you may be. You could be from Houston Spurs, Vegas Spurs, LA Spurs, New York Spurs, Syracuse Spurs, Minnesota Spurs. Let's see now.
Colorado
Detroit
even,
Spurs,
yeah.
Colorado, Leo. Colorado Spurs. There's just
So,
so many.
So Chang, real
of
quick,
them.
I want to get your
Yep.
opinion. What did you think? So obviously he didn't have his best half. Would you sub Werner out now, or would you keep him? Because he has done some things well. He has helped us retain possession. He has gotten back, won the ball back a few times. What would you do now? Since we have the man advantage, would you go ahead and would you play?
I would
Mikey
actually
Moore?
give him. I would actually give him another quarter of an hour. I will give him another quarter of an hour just because we are 1-0 up and we are also a man up. But by the way, very quickly, did we say a big thank you to Peter Cahias for his 5 gifted memberships?
Holy smokes! I didn't even see him.
Are you aware that Peter Cahias has actually gifted 5
No.
memberships on 2 sides of the pitch podcast? So to Peter Cahias, not only are you still tuning in to our live watch along right now at 3:30 a.m. over there down under, you're also going and above beyond the call of booty, as Jacob O'Raven would constantly say over on United Spurs of America. Do you know who received those 5 memberships?
I don't, but I could find out. I can
Yeah,
find out. Let me pull it
find
up.
out. I would love
Thank you.
nothing more than
Peter,
to
thank you
read out the
so
names.
much.
I really want to read out the names.
Yeah,
That
absolutely.
Mr. Peter Cahias has gifted on this channel. And if not mistaken, I believe Queen Ellie herself has mentioned that Peter Cahias also is of Greek descent. Hence his surname, Cahias.
Yeah.
So,
So
again,
it looks like Adrian from Spurs Diehards was gifted a membership. Boris was gifted a membership. Steve Riformato, big up to Steve. Bob Down Under. Looks like those were our 5 memberships gifted. Oh, and Bobby K. And Bobby K was gifted one as well.
Wow. Those
Bobby
are
K.
very big names.
Yes, Bobby K, Bob Down Under, Steve Riformato, Boris, and Adrian from Spurs Diehards all gifted a membership. And you know what that means, guys? On the next members show, I expect to see all your beautiful faces, courtesy of Peter. So Peter the paramedic, Pete the paramedic, as I call him, because that's what he does for a living. I just want to say thank you so much. Yeah, wonderful.
Can we just quickly go through some of the chats here? I'm going to go very quickly through some of the chats before restarts in about 5 minutes. Okay. So actually, I'm going to try something different here. I'm going to go from last to first in descending order. So I'm just going to go with the latest chat by Zaikaru. Zaikaru is saying, "My thoughts have always been that Werner is a good player. He's been doing well. He just couldn't score if you paid him." Oh, we do pay him
a lot, kind of a lot too. So yeah, it's not. Yeah, he's not making peanuts. He's definitely. Oh man, they're showing a replay. They're showing a replay of the goal. God, it was so good. It was another one of those runs. Van de Ven is unbelievable. He's going to be the best defender in the league for quite some time, I think. Absolutely phenomenal. Okay, and then there's some more comments.
Yep, next one.
Peter is saying Werner saw an open goal and he shit himself.
You know what? There was also another incident last season. Thank you so much for bringing this up as well, Mr. Peter. There was also another one-on-one that Timo Werner missed last season. I'm not sure if you remember this, but was it the Aston Villa 4-0 win? Or I know it's a win. It was a win in which Werner was also bearing down on goal, and he had the goal at his mercy. Similar to that chance he had in the first half against United, there was absolutely no one near him, and he also shot right at the goalkeeper. I could be wrong, but I'm very sure it's the Villa away win that we won 4-0 when they also had a sending off. I know it's the Villa skipper of the day, and he also made a very late challenge on Destiny Udogi, and he got sent off that match. We then went on to win that match 4-0. I would love nothing more than to win 4-0 away in this match.
That would be
if
incredible.
you were to get a goal or 2 more in that second half. But with regards to Werner, I will only give him another quarter of an hour left in this second half before we then bring on our young super subs. I say give Bergvall a chance. He more than deserves a chance. He should have had his chance at home against Karabakh, but thanks to Dragushin's red card, he was hauled off, and I'm sure many of us saw those snaps of him with tears in his eyes, or at least tears welling up in his eyes, looking on from the dugouts, which was so very.
And also, that's okay. People, men are allowed to cry. I feel like there's like this stigma where you're not supposed to cry, but crying's okay. Out of frustration, sadness, whatever it is, you're allowed to cry. I cry. Chang, I'm sure you've cried before. It's okay. There were some people that were giving him a little bit of crap for crying, and I'm not into that.
I have a very I'm not sure if it's called a dirty secret or an embarrassing secret, but I actually do cry myself to sleep sometimes when we get on the end of a thrashing, because Spurs really mean that much to me. And I sometimes just can't get over the fact that I'll just be thinking, how did we lose that? I mean, how did we get dumped out of that cup run because of such a poor lineup that our manager on the day put out against a lower club or a low league side, or how could we let that 2-goal, 3-goal, 4-goal margin slip or whatever it was? Although it's not me crying ugly or sobbing or just bawling, but I do get the odd tear in my eye, and I do well up with emotion every time we don't do as well as I expect us to, especially when we get so many chances time and time again which we do not capitalize, and we then get hit on the sucker. We get hit on the counter attack, and it sucker punches the entire life out of me. And I really do hope that
Look at this. David says for us to stop it, or he's going to start crying. Big love, Mr. Shear. Good to have you. No crying for any of us. But look at this. Descar has a wonderful comment. He says, BJ is still just a kid. Life can be tough, and growing up takes time. Absolutely true. I could not agree more. So
I also would like to say something very quickly, if I may, on the certain quarters or the certain circles of Spurs fans who feel that it's their given right to openly, be offensive or be rude or even be very vulgar on social media, especially on a player's social media too, for that matter, when it comes to criticizing players that still wear, our crest proudly on their bosoms. People like Ryan Sessegnon, Højbjerg, even Pedro Porro too, to a certain extent, and then most recently Brendan Johnson, none of them will want to do badly on purpose. Believe me when I say this, none of them would do half as bad as what Ndombele did when he was still with us, strutting off the pitch when we are still trailing, not really running back or not really putting in a shift, just trying to dilly-dally, try to make it all about himself, not really staying fit either, not showing up to training on time. You would never hear players like Højbjerg or Porro or Johnson or even Sessegnon too, for that matter. You won't hear anything negative of coming out from the managers about them, but they still get heckled on social media to the point where each and every one of those players which I just mentioned, be they Højbjerg or Porro or Ryan Sessegnon or even Johnson, they've had to deactivate their accounts, and that's just sad to see that in these modern times that keyboard warriors just feel it's they are right. Oh, but as I'm saying this, I'm seeing Casemiro come on now. Carlos Casemiro
team has already done. Our team's done their huddle. Who'd Casemiro go in for?
Spence is on. Jet Spence is on. This is it. This is his chance. Okay, tell me he came on for Werner. Please tell me he came on for Werner so that Johnson can go to the left and Porro can go high up the pitch on the right. Let me just see now. I think
he might have come in for Destiny.
Oh yeah, you could be right though. I think Destiny might still be feeling the effects of that. I really hope Destiny is okay. But
I do too. I do
this
too.
is his turn to shine. This is Jet Spence's time to shine. He did get our well-deserved equalizer against Coventry City, although it was against the run of play, but he did get an equalizer a week ago in midweek against Coventry City, and let's see what he can do now, given a chance in the theater of dreams, where I think this is as good as any a chance for him to shine. And he really has a big part to play in keeping that clean sheet for us. Only our second consecutive clean sheet ever, I think, under Big Ange. I could be wrong, but if we
No,
do
that sounds
keep,
right. That sounds right. Oh man. All right. So United trying to play out from the back. And they have made it into our half successfully, but there's not many players there. Oh,
I'm
Drew
just
now.
okay. You just keep on the commentary. I'm just going to
Yeah, of
very
course.
quickly take a look now at the player that Casemiro came on for.
Yeah. Thank you, Chang. Oh,
Come on,
playing over the top. Nice. One
come
back.
on,
Very nicely.
come on. Okay. I'm not going to say anything. Let's just see what happens here. Come on. Johnson. Come on. Is it going to be Werner? Johnson. Squares.
Oh,
It's Kulu.
That was not an easy chance to take either. That was not an easy chance to take. This is amazing, guys. This is a wonderful day. It's going to be a happy day for me at work. I'll tell you that much.
The players are now at the away end of Old Trafford. The players are at the away end. They're acknowledging the fans. They are really lapping this up. Kulu is getting high fives and hugs all around. The United players just look absolutely dejected. I'm not gonna lie. Just as I turn on my
you saw it early. I knew it. I knew you did.
Just as I turned on the app to see the substitution, it then flashed on my screen that we had scored the second goal, but I didn't know who scored it. That's why I played cool. But Johnson with an assist. Can you believe it? Johnson with a goal and an assist. This kid is
he's looking like the 40 or 50
fire.
He's looking
and look at that
like
touch.
the 40 or 50 million pound player we paid for. You know what I mean? Like he's
look at that touch by Kulu for the goal. I mean,
disgusting. That was
can
so
watch
good.
that all day long. And
it even got a fist bump from Big Ange, dude. If Big Ange looks excited, then you know it's a good goal.
So, very quickly, going back to the substitutions, you were right.
Yeah.
You were right about Spence coming in for Udogi, and I was also right for Casemiro coming on for Xerxes. So, Mason Mount is now playing as the false nine. Mason Mount is going to be playing as a false nine now that Xerxes is off. Casemiro is going to be their new defensive midfielder, although I think he's got his work cut out for him. Now that we are leading by 2-0 and with a man to the good in this match, I want 3 now. I really want 3. And here we go, long ball over the top. Come on.
Oh man. I think Solanke is going to get a goal today, though.
I really hope so. I couldn't care less. If it's 3 tap-ins in 3 games for him. A goal is a goal in my books. I couldn't care less if it comes off his backside, if it comes off his head, if it comes off his knee. I also couldn't care less if he scored the way Kane did when he was on the ground, when he was lying prone on the ground in that game against Leicester City away all those seasons ago. I want Solanke to get something. I wouldn't mind if Solanke actually slotted home from a penalty. If he even scored from a penalty, that would be so good to see. But we'll just concentrate on the game for now. It's 49 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock. We are approaching the 50-minute mark. Werner is trying to close down Nasrawi. Yes, it's Nasrawi. But they are still keeping possession in that corner, that pocket of space.
Nice job, Spurs.
They've conceded possession. 50 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock now.
This is good stuff. We're slowing down play a little bit, which is a good thing. We don't need to rush in. We don't need to be too crazy here. We got Romero on the ball. Passes back over to Van de Ven. Madison. Madison looks like he's going out to Spence. Spence running down the line. Chasing after it. Oh, my God, Spence. Way to keep that alive. It seems like that's the thing. We hit our corners a little too deep. Our crosses a little too deep most of the time. But I like what I'm seeing.
Not only are our crosses too deep, I think that on more than one occasion, especially when it comes to Big Angel's setup, his philosophy, the players wait far too late to make the cross. It's almost like they need to hug the touch line before they actually make good of their cross, or they actually get the ball off the feet. We should learn, or rather, we should actually look to cross a whole lot earlier, rather than wait for the last possible chance or the absolute last possible minute to make that cross. But I mean, for this
hit him
game
first time. I get it. I get what you're saying, Chang. Yeah.
For this game in particular, I'm not going to be making any complaints. Too good with a man to the good. Spence. Come on, Spence. Come on. Yes, come on, ref. That's a foul. That's a penalty. Come on, ref. That's a penalty. VAR.
Let's have that. Let's see if VAR looks at that.
I want to see VAR. Spence was upended. Spence. Okay, let's look at this again. Let's look at this. Come on. He got nothing of the ball. He got absolutely nothing of the ball. If that isn't a penalty, then there is something fundamentally wrong with VAR. On the replay in slow motion, Nazraoui got nothing of the ball at all. What game was it? There was another game in which I saw something very similar. A player gave a cut because of something like this. A player, I can't remember what the game was. Was it a City game? Another player got the player and the ball. He actually got the ball after he got the player, but he was carded, and it was a penalty to them. But anyway, I'm not going to break my concentration. I think nothing comes out of it because play has resumed, and Spurs are in possession. Johnson with the ball. Johnson, come on, shoot!
So close, Oro. He did the same thing. He did the same thing Werner did. He hit it right at Onana. That's the problem.
But that was such a much harder chance. Look at this: one touch, one shot. The angle was always against him. The angle was against him. He didn't have much back lift to get the shot away. The very fact that he could even get the shot before he was closed down was very good of him. Yes, he could have placed it had he had a lot more time to compose himself, but that was a good effort nonetheless. Still lots of promising signs now. Lots and lots of promising signs for Spurs. Here we go again. Here we go.
Oh, yeah, that was handball from Spence.
Yeah, it's a handball. So that they spotted the handball by Spence from the Nazraoui flick they spotted, but not the challenge on Spence by the same player who won that handball. But Spurs have the ball. We are playing up the back. We are just trying to draw them out. Romero to well
Madison.
Done, Madison.
Oh,
hey, come on,
Madison got absolutely creamed.
Yellow.
Yeah.
Now it's
I wouldn't want to fight Solanke. I wouldn't want to fight Solanke.
Martinez's turn. So many of them are on yellows.
Holy shit! That was a terrible foul.
Seriously, they are just. Okay, I think he might have died. A red card. I think Madison might have tried to leap out the way, but there wasn't any malice, there wasn't any ill intent in that challenge. And to be fair, Martinez didn't really make clean contact. There was studs up, but he didn't make any clean contact, so that might be why he only got off with a yellow. Even if it was a red, I think it's going to be harsh to be calling a red. But that is the third yellow card now for their back line. Somebody is going to get sent off at the rate that this is going. And is it Werner? No, he doesn't win the ball. And it's going to be a goal kick. Is it? Yeah, it's going to be a goal kick. We really have to put pressure on the back line now. Any one of those defenders that are on yellows in that United back line, That's Rooney.
Look at
That's
Wayne
looking on.
Rooney. Yeah, it's crazy to believe that he and Ronaldo are the same age. They look quite a bit different, is all I'll say. They
looks-
don't seem like they're maybe on the same level of taking care of
Did you
themselves.
see-
But
did you
that's
see
all I'll
the-
say.
Did you see the strain on the buttons of whatever it was that I was wearing?
Yeah.
The buttons-
He
the
could
buttons
probably go
on
one
whatever-
size higher, one size bigger. I think would
The
do him
buttons
well.
on whatever it was that was wearing are doing a commendable job of.
Oh my
Come
God!
on,
What a
Werner,
pass!
come on!
God damn it! No! It's okay.
Werner,
It's okay,
I
Werner.
really am losing patience with you now. That was yet another gilt-edged chance, Werner. This, I'm not kidding. Look at this. He's on side. He's on side. He's on side. Take one touch. He doesn't even take the touch. He doesn't even get any lift. There is no
No, that
lift.
was-
There is no aim. There's nothing from. Okay,
All he needs, I feel like all he needs is one, though, Chang. Sort of like Johnson. All he needs is one, and I think because he gets himself into the right positions, if he
But-
could just get his head on straight, I think, you know
But
what I mean.
How many more are going to go begging? How many of these chances are going to go begging before he finally nets one?
But I mean, we said the same thing about Johnson. We said the same thing about Johnson.
Oh my goodness me!
That wasn't a foul there. Okay, interesting. All right, no worries.
I would really love to see a Mikey Moore on now. Get Mikey Moore or Bergvall or someone else before Madison gets hurt. Well done, Kulu. Why does he play back? Never mind. 57 minutes on the clock. Spurs already 2-0 up. We are still in possession. We are looking to get that third and really put this game to bed.
I like Spence. I think Spence is going to be great for us.
Spence
is good addition.
Spence is like a brand new signing to me. Spence looks like a brand new signing to me after being left out in the cold completely by Conte when he signed him about 2 seasons back. And if Jet Spence is to be even considered as a starter over Udogi, if Udogi is going to be missing out for a lengthy spell following that knock that they pick up in the first half, I think Jet Spence really has to make the most of this opportunity to shine, much like how I feel Werner should also come on. How many more times are they going to foul? Now it's Casemiro's turn. They are really going for Madison. They are really trying to take Madison out in this game. I have no idea why they have this hard on for Madison and his ankles, but Spurs have the ball, 58 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock. We have the ball in our own half. It's just Romero and Van der Ven just toying with the United forward line. If I were there in the stadium with the away fans, I would look to try to get an ole going. Ole! Every time we get a ball from player to player, ole! just to try and rile up, just to try and get on the nerves of the United fans that are still in attendance.
They won the ball in a nice spot.
The moment we get a third, I think they're going to make for the exits, and then we'll just be singing, "Is there a fire drill? Is there a fire drill? Is there a fire drill?"
And the beautiful part is, even though they're down to 10 men, since they're at home and they need this win, they can't really sit back. So we're going to continue to have chances. We are going to continue to have chances. Pranbat says that he has a feeling that we might score 4 or 5 with them being down to 10 men.
I hope we do. Mason Mount is going to take a corner now. It's going to be interesting to see what comes of this corner. Quite a lot of players in that United half. If I were Big Ange, I would really love to get some fresh legs now on the hour mark, just so to see if we can hit them on the counter, especially now when they try and... Ooh, what was that by Kulu? That was studs in Martinez's face. That looks like studs from Kulu's boot on Martinez's face, but nothing comes of it.
Thank God nothing came of it.
I don't think there was any contact. It was very close. No. Don't let him turn and shoot. Oh my goodness me. Martinez very nearly got them one back, but his shot was just wide of that far post. Everyone just...
What's up with that haircut? everybody's got that haircut where
Nah, it looks like a
ooh.
handball. It looks like a handball. It was chested. It was chested. I don't think anything can be seen of this. If that challenge on Spence doesn't bring about a penalty, there should be nothing in this. Nah, there's nothing in that. There's absolutely nothing in that. He was leaning back. Yep, play goes on. Absolutely nothing in that. So, the scores are still pretty much the same from about 50 minutes ago. It's still Spurs with a 2-0 lead here as we approach the 61st minute.
Garnacho could not keep the ball in play. Goal kick for Spurs.
I really do hope for more substitutions now. If Big Ange is to really make the most of this, he should rotate the squad and give our fringe players the game of their lives, winning away at Old Trafford. How many youth players would love nothing more than to have this very rare feather in their cap to say that they have won away at Old Trafford
Very true.
before
Very
they
true. And
before
there's
they hit 20.
and if we get just another goal, I mean, there's going to be very little pressure on them, you know. So, yeah, I agree 100%, Chang. I agree 100%.
But currently, United are trying to make the most of this spell of possession that they've had in the last 5 minutes or so. We are approaching the 62nd minute mark. Mason Mount is going to take a free kick in our half. The United fans are still very much in full voice from what I'm seeing here on my screen. It's a very flat and very, very, very poor free kick by Mason Mount too, as I say this. But United still have possession. They are trying to play out wide. Martinez is now almost acting as an auxiliary right winger, the way he was winning the ball back there. And they are trying to hit us on the flanks, but that just only leaves space in their back line because none of their fullbacks are back defending. They are going to get yet another corner, which I think is going to be taken very quickly by
Garnacho, yep.
Spence thankfully got in the way of that before the ball could fall kindly for Garnacho to do anything about it. But here comes the corner by United. 62 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock. Garnacho floats one in.
Oh my God.
Nothing doing. Casemiro got onto the header. I think it was a free header, although it wasn't a clean header. Yep, it was a free header. Absolutely no one tried to even challenge him for that. But thankfully, the ball has trickled out wide. Spurs have taken a goal quickly and shot as well. Vicario, Van der Ven, Romero, Vicario, Van der Ven.
What the hell?
Possession. We've given away possession, and
that did not look like a foul.
That did not look like a foul to me. And Solanke has now been penalized. He looks to have given
no yellow card though. I don't think.
Nah, it wasn't malicious, but it's not a dangerous position to be giving away a free kick. But we should not be conceding possession so easily with a man to the good and two to the good as well. In terms of the scoreline, we should actually look to be building on our 2-0 and our man advantage. But let's see what comes of this free kick by Mason Mount. Good catch, Vicario. Good catch.
Vicario is good.
Counter. He's taken a throw out quickly. Ball's been thrown out very quickly to Spence. He's trying to get forward very quickly with Werner, Johnson, Madison. Will Solanke get on the end of this? I think it's Solanke. Yes, Solanke.
Oh, saying it was offside.
Offside. 64 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. And
Solanke's looking good. I know that he's not quite, especially, I mean, according to the boss himself, he's not quite match fit. He's not as fit as, some of the other players on the team, not having a preseason, but he's looking good today, and he's still looking like he's got some gas in the tank. Oh, nice pass.
Well done. Was it Johnson? Johnson to Klu? Yeah. That's a push, ref. That's a push. Come on. That's
yellow
a push.
card.
Yellow. How many yellows are that now? How many yellows are this? How many yellows is that?
I want to say it's like 6.
I think, yes. Okay. So the entire...
Oh my God. What the... I get the point, but like that was bad.
The entire United back four are now on yellows. I think they are
Sheesh.
going to go down to 9 men within the next 25 minutes. I would actually, if I were to put money on one of these two outcomes, if I were to put money on either of these outcomes, I think they are going to go down to 9 men before we score our third. I really do. All
Everybody,
four of their defenders are now on yellows. On top of Mason Mounts, on top of Bruno Fernandes, who's no, not Fernandes, he's got a red. There's
he's
another
gone.
player who's also got a yellow. Come on, come on, come on. That's a poor cross by Van der Ven, but we've won
but
possession
kept
back.
alive. So hey, everybody in the chat, throw in your score prediction for final score. I just want to see what
Yes,
everyone's
we would
thinking, and
really,
we can see if
we
anybody's right.
really love to see. We love to hear of your final scores with us. With what is it now? 24. Yeah, 24 minutes left to play, including not including injury time. 66 minutes and 30 seconds coming up now. Spurs have possession and a man to the good and 2 goals to the good as well. This is looking very much like a Sunday to remember for Spurs fans, not so for United fans, who I think are really going to have to improve dramatically in their next match before the mini international break if they are going to turn this around.
But Chang, so I just want to say to everybody who
Yeah.
said, can Brennan Johnson do it against a top team? Can he do it against United? He did. But to people saying, can Spurs do it against a top 10 team? I understand that United weren't in the top 10 at the beginning of this match, but looks like we're gonna do it, man. It's like every time that we succeed in something, the goalpost goes forward, and we, could we do it against somebody better? And it's looking like we can, and we are. And yeah, I'm incredibly happy with what I've seen. I'm on the Ange train. I'm liking this. I'm liking this. I do see what people say about the high line, but I think that we are so good at limiting their chances. Yeah, they're going to get chances, but they're not going to be great chances. And yeah, we've done a phenomenal job today against a team that some predicted we would struggle against. So I'm really happy so far, Chang. I don't know about you, buddy.
I am completely over the moon. I am so hyped. I am so excited now for what's to come for the rest of this season from our squad. And I know a lot of them have still a lot to prove, much like Werner. If you think in terms of the older beers that we have, the Bergvalls, the Mikey Moss,
Yeah.
the Archie Grays, we still haven't even seen the likes of Ashley Phillips and Luka Vuskovic too as well. And we still also have Langshear, who has yet to really showcase what he's truly made up of. So,
ooh, man. I think it's time for Madison to come out. I really do. I think that there comes Hoyland. Hoyland's getting ready to come on, but I think Madison, he just played a really wayward pass a second ago. I think he's tired. I think he's been kicked around too much. I say we give Bergvall a chance. Oh my God! Look how pissed off Vicario is. I love it. Vicario for captain.
Yes, every right to be.
Yeah,
because let's look at this again. Wow, that was such loose defending from Spence. I'm sorry, Spence, but that's on you. You absolutely lost Casemiro there. You should be doing better, Spence, especially now that you've been given your chance to shine here at Old Trafford. You should really be getting a lot closer to Casemiro and not even allowing him to get a shot away, let alone a shot on target. So that was very lucky. That trickled just past the far right post of Vicario's goal mouth. But warning signs for Spurs that even though we lead by 2-0, even though we have a man advantage, it's still not completely over yet. As I'm reading the advertising hoarding over there on the far end of the pitch, where it's showcasing Malaysian Airlines, the airlines from where I'm from. So, I mean, that's my dream. That really is my dream, to one day be able to afford enough to fly over there to N17 or to Britain, or even to Europe for that matter, to see Spurs play a match away from Asia, because the only match which I've ever seen live in person
when Spurs play was way back in 2015. Back when they came here to Asia on one of the very earliest Asian tours, when we still had the likes of Kane, Lamella, we had Dele Alli, Ericsson, and it was even before Son Heung-min signed later that
Wow.
transfer window that summer. So that's how long ago. That's how long ago it's been since I've seen Spurs live in the flesh. So yeah,
it's been about that long too.
crossed.
The last time I saw them, it was in the U.S. On a tour, similar preseason tour, and it was right after we had signed Dele.
By the way, to Daikaru, I think if this is your prediction for a final scoreline, it's a good prediction to have, and I really do hope we do make it 3. I mean, first and foremost, how good will it be to be winning 3-0 league games back to back against the likes of Brentford and United? That is just the stuff of dreams where you get, come on, Werner cross.
What the hell? God damn it. I try so hard to say good things about Werner, but that was so bad.
It was somehow played behind 2 Spurs players when the cross came in. I mean, if at this stage, at this point, I think it's just comical right now. It's just,
I know.
oh no. That was so dangerous. We are still finding it very difficult to keep their forward players quiet. That was actually on Porro. Porro just couldn't keep tight enough to Garnacho, and look at that, Ericsson and Højlund are coming on.
Ericsson doesn't have the legs, but he's got the ball delivery.
The Scandinavian duo of Højlund and Ericsson are coming on now, and yeah, Marcus Rashford is done. Marcus Rashford's evening is done now. As we approach 72 minutes and 20 seconds, Garnacho is the one who's going to be standing over this corner. It's going to be floated in from the left. No, it's Ericsson. It's Ericsson now. Ericsson's gone straight to the corner, having come on, and Ericsson can't beat his first man. Surprise.
Right. Where have we seen that before? What in the hell was that? Come on. Get him out of, get him off the pitch. I'm done. Luca Talks Balls here, saying hi and asking if we're okay. We're doing great, Luca. We are loving life right now, man. Loving life. Descartes is saying the highline is dangerous, but the payoff is that the turnovers are in the opposition half. I think we're leading the league in turnovers in the opposition half. We were before this game, so I'm sure we still are. Again, big up, Luca. Nice to have you here. Thanks for tuning in, buddy.
That is such a soft yellow to be given away by Porro.
Definitely. The car is telling me to take a sickie and to skip out on work. But if I go to work for even a half an hour, I get in less trouble than if I don't go at all. So that might be what I have to do today. Good thinking, Descartes.
I think it's just started to rain. Down there at Old Trafford. Yeah, I can see drops of rain. It's really starting to rain over there in Old Trafford. I hope it's nothing too torrential. Nothing too, too heavy that will affect the match, because I do not like our players playing on wet pitches. That is just going to bring about unnecessary injuries. And we've just had another fresh injury scare now with Udogi, which I hope shouldn't be too worrying, because he did finish at half on his own. So that was a dangerous crossing, but Vicario gets down smartly. 74 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock. Quick throw out by Vicario to Kulu. Kulu straight to the center. I think that's Bentancur. Yes, Bentancur turns around, passes it back to Romero. Romero to... Is that... Uh-oh. Let's see now. Okay, never mind. I'm just going to say this out. Over in the women's game between Villa and Spurs, unfortunately, Villa have equalized in the 78th minute. And as we say this, what a shot. That was a block shot. I can't see who that was who got a shot away on goal. It was an opportunity nonetheless, but it's been wasted. Spurs have possession.
Villa have equalized in their game against the Spurs women. They scored in the 78th minute. So it's Villa 1, Spurs 1 as we come forward. Nope. Shots blocked. I think it's going to be a corner. Solanke has just got a shot on target that was blocked at the edge of the box. It's going to be a corner to Spurs.
Look at this.
There we come.
More
Three.
and
Three
oh,
players. Three players are coming on. Johnson is coming off. I think it's going to be Mikey Moore. And as I say that, here's the replay again. The replay of his goal is a very well taken goal. No doubt it could be also considered a tap in, but you have to be in the right place at the right time. And he was in the right place at the right time. And they're also showing the assist for Kulu. Yep. It's and there he is. Look at that. Look at that. Johnson giving advice to Mikey Moore at the edge of the technical area. That's what you love to see from him. And Timo Werner, he should have been subbed off a whole lot earlier, Werner. I'm not sure why he even made it until the 76th minute. But as I said, Pepe Matassar is now coming on for Madison. What a shift is put on. Yes, he didn't really contribute much in terms of our goals or assists, but come on, it was him who drew the foul that led to Bruno Fernandes getting the red. And he also drew so many of other fouls that gave so many other United players yellows as well. So well done, James Madison. That was a very good shift from him. And as I say that, I'm just going to quickly check this. And it's a corner. It's a goal.
Oh my God! Solanke, Dom Solanke! Yes! Yes! Yes!
I've no idea why I just did my metal voice there.
That was good. I liked it a lot. That was wonderful.
I have no idea why I went into my heavy metal vocalist.
You sounded good. It sounded good. And look at this. Descartes 3-0 is looking more and more likely.
We won
that
4.
That was Solanke, right?
4. Yes, it is Solanke's goal. And it's yet another tap-in. That's 3 tap-ins. That's 3 tap-ins in 3 for Solanke. And he's doing his Wolverine now. This guy is... Solanke is doing his Wolverine. He's doing his Wolverine celebration. Look at that. It's more than just a tap-in. He was sliding in. He was sliding in for that.
That was beautiful.
For that knockdown. Let's see who got the knockdown. Pepe Matassar, who had just only come on in less than a few minutes. Pepe Matassar got the knockdown. It was...
That might have been going in. Sar might have stuck in the corner without Solanke's help, but still, I'm glad Solanke got the goal.
That's 3 tap-in now. That's 3 tap-ins.
3 in a row. 3 and 3.
And Pepe Matassar with the immediate impact off the bench. No sooner had he come on and there they are. Is there a fire drill? 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 And yeah,
beautiful singing as well, my friends.
Ten Hag's Chrome Dome is looking shinier with each passing second as the rain is really pouring down now. The rain is really coming down here in Old Trafford. Bergvall trying to make up for lost time, trying to make up for his early substitution against Karabakh. It's Kulu to Lolo back all the way to Romero back to Lolo out to Porro. Yes, it's Porro to Sar to Lolo all the way back to Romero, who is he going to find? Wow, look at that. That's a heavy deluge. That is one heavy deluge coming down now. The heavens have really opened up here at Old Trafford. And yeah, if I were a United fan, I would really be crying, much like the heavens. But still a lot of football to be played in this remaining 11 minutes of the second half as we approach 79 minutes and 40 seconds. Spurs still have possession as we try to draw United out. And as I say that, they are now showing the fixtures list for United's next 5 games. They have Villa at home, Brentford away, West Ham at home, Chelsea away, and Leicester City away. As we come, tell you what, if only Mikey Moore had been a fraction earlier, he might have got onto that. But
Radu!
Dragoshin's going to get his time. He's going to be making up for lost time as well. So
And now is a perfect time to say Radu Dragoshin's brother Alex is going to be on our channel tomorrow. So
yes, I
guys,
saw that as well.
make sure
I
you
saw
tune
that.
in. We'll be able to talk about the red card and this performance today, as well as Alex himself. So I'm excited.
I'm
But
really excited too as well.
it's going to be awesome. It's going to be great stuff.
How
There goes.
how you even managed to reach out to him, or how you even managed to convince him to appear tomorrow? I think you are one master negotiator.
It was all Jamie actually. Jamie is the
Okay,
the
good.
negotiator there.
Regardless, I hope you really have a wonderful time
Thank you,
tomorrow with
sir.
Alex. And yeah, this is let's see what Radu is made up of now that he's getting his game time that he was so cruelly robbed of when he had to draw that foul on that Karabakh player who was bearing down on goal when he dispossessed Dragoshin. But
Doesn't look
Mason Mount
good.
is clutching his head.
He might
Mason
look. He looks like he
Mount
might
is-
be unconscious. Not good.
Is,
Not
is
good
it,
stuff.
is it? Let me just see. Yeah, clash of heads. It's Radu. Of all the
Damn.
players for him to clash heads with, it's Dragoshin. I think this is going to be a concussion here. It looks like a
Yeah.
concussion. This looks like
Yeah.
it's going to be a concussion sub here. It doesn't look good
Definitely.
for Mason Mount. Let me see. How many subs have we made? Have we made 5 subs? I think we've made 5 subs now.
We
We've already
have,
made
yeah.
5 subs. Spence was on, as was Dragoshin, and then in
then
between we
minute
had
3.
Mikey Moore, Pape Matasar, and Bergval. So yes, we have made 5 substitutions. I think we still have a concussion substitutions to make if we really need it, but I think this right here is a smart game management and player management by Big Ange. Finally now we are seeing some really smart substitutions. And who is this? I have no idea whom these two are on a picture now.
I think we're supposed to know, but I don't. I can't tell. Wow, though, guys. 3-0 away at Old Trafford. Still time to go. There's going to be some added time. I'm going to be cutting it close to making it to work on time, but I think I'm going to make it no problem. Dekaru, we can get through some comments right now. Dekaru says, if I can get it to come up. Oh, hold on one second. There we go. So, hey, Dekaru says, I've been saying this for probably a season now. We've got good edge of the box forwards, but we've had no one in the box to do the cleaning up. Solanke is exactly what we have needed. Big up, Dekaru. 100% agree. Dekaru says, that's not rain. That's just all the tears of the Man U fans at the ground.
This right here, this is the comment of the day on this watch along. That right there is the comments of the day on the watch along. Absolutely class from you, Daikaru, and thank you so much, sir, for still being with us. I think it's going to be a 4:15 a.m. for you down under.
Jesus.
So thank you so much for your viewership. Thank you for patronage and for being here with us on this live watch along, which honestly I really have enjoyed. From the first second I've been on, I am so privileged and so blessed to have you here in attendance with us, Dekaru, as is Miss Monica.
And Monica is Jamie's. It's Jamie's wife. Monica is Jamie.
Okay.
Yeah. So they are watching together from home. Jamie might actually be napping. He's been going through kind of a lot recently. So spare a thought for Jamie, guys, if you got a second. But yeah. So Monica,
United,
big love,
Monica. United are going to make another change here. I think it's Ahmad Diallo. Ahmad Diallo is just coming from Mason Mount. So the United sub has just been subbed. Okay, the United sub has just been subbed. Let's just see now. Come on, plow forward.
What?
Man.
That was weak sauce, dude. Look at him. Look at that bald fraud. Look at him. Shiny. That is one shiny ass head too.
That's a chrome dome if I ever saw one.
Oh yeah. All
But,
right, nice. Berg ball.
yeah.
What a pass. Come
on, Mikey Moore. Down the left, Mikey Moore. Steal Mikey Moore. And he wins a throw in. Well done. What a lad. What a kid. This kid is going places.
Absolutely.
As I just say that, as I just say that.
What have we missed? What's gonna happen?
Never mind. I'm just gonna save this for later.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's just enjoy this first. Let's just focus on the men's. Let's just focus on the men. Let's just focus on the match that is unraveling before us. I'm not going to go into the
Okay.
women's just yet, but we have 85 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock, and United are just going to try and play the long ball right now. And wow, Dragoshin, that's mopping up. That right there is mopping up. And wow, what control. Well done. Push forward, push forward. Mikey Moore free. Free. Come on, he's free down the left. Brookval. Come on, Brookval. Oh, he's what? That's a waste. That was a complete waste, Brookval. That's not the way
He's
to
a young
try
man though.
and yourself.
He's only a youngin.
And he's just got a bollocking. He's just got a bollocking from a Big Ange. Big Ange was shouting him to play the ball out wide rather than take the shot on himself. But I mean, you can't blame him really for the way that he was unceremoniously hauled off in favor of Udogi after that Dragoshin red card in midweek. But Spence is coming down now. Spence is coming down that right. He's got Nazari to beat. Is he going to beat? No, he's going to go all the way back. But promising signs from Spurs in the closing stages of this second half, which has been all Spurs since we got a 2-goal lead. Although there were promising signs from United, who were trying to look to capitalize on a spell of possession themselves, but we have otherwise been able to mop up everything that they could throw at us. And not only did we mop it up, we then got ourselves a third, courtesy of a third tap-in in a row. But Højlund nearly got on the end of a very promising cross by Eriksen into our penalty box, in which he rather thankfully just was out of reach to latch onto that cross by Eriksen.
What a block by Jed Spence.
So yeah, we are coming to, let's see now, I'm going to refresh the stream just to make sure I'm not lagging. We are approaching 80, wait, let me see now. We were at 87 minutes and 45 seconds.
Yeah.
And United now are trying to press. Eriksen's trying to orchestrate things from just outside the penalty box. He's trying to draw our own players away from our own penalty box. And the ball is going to be played all the way back to their goalkeeper, Onana. Looks like nothing comes of it as the Spurs players now try and push up high. And what a, good catch, Vicario. Absolutely good catch. He's like
a cat. He sprung forward like a cat there. That was beautiful. It was beautiful. This has been such a fun game to do a watch along for. This is incredible. Big up to everybody that's tuned in with us. We really do appreciate having you guys here. But honestly, Chang and I would have done this by ourselves. I think if it was just me and Chang, nobody here, we would still be screaming and having the time of our lives. So, but I'm really glad that you guys all got to join us.
And just as we said it, we can see Poro and Bentancur chest bumping each other just because they were able to cut out a cross by Eriksen that led to a corner. And I think Eriksen's going to stick this corner now. Eriksen's going to float in the corner from the left, and we have 89 minutes on the clock. Only 16 seconds left to play of this normal regulation time in the second half, as United now try to keep possession. Now that the corner has been floated out, Eriksen's on the ball. It's going to be another long raking pass all the way out for
I think I'm lagging.
Throw. Nope, right, Spence has kept it in. Well done, Spence. Nice. Well done. And we've given away possession or not. Nope. Is it a
foul? Mikey Moore. All right, so I real quick, I just wanted to say, since I'm gonna have to go soon, like pretty much as soon as the game ends, I just wanted to say again, Peter, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships, man. Today's show sponsored by Peter Kagayas. We really do appreciate you, man. You are wonderful. Thank you so much for everything you do to support this channel. We appreciate you, my man. And like I was saying, now we got 5 more people who can join in on the member show. Swaki's through a goal! Oh, whoa! What a block!
Oh my goodness! The follow-up header.
The
follow-up header by Pepe Matassar.
Yeah,
That
that
should
was
have been
hey,
4 right there. That should
it
have
should
been
have
4.
been.
That come on, Solanke, you got to be doing better from there as well. I think Solanke might have made a mistake. He shouldn't have taken the extra touch. He could have actually taken that first time. That first touch actually took the ball away from goal. That first and the Pepe Matasar follow-up header, oh man, that was just wide of the post as well. We should have put the icing on the cake right there. That should have been the icing on the cake there.
Looks like 6
by
minutes of
either.
added time.
Okay, but I need to inform you first before you do go, Mr. Severs, that if you do go, I would have no way to
Way to end the
close
show.
off
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll hang out until it ends. I can be like up to 5 minutes late to work without getting in trouble. And I just have I
Okay.
work from just this exact spot, so I'm just gonna sign into my work stuff, and then when it's time to go, I'll just end it quick.
Ooh,
Yeah, that was
that was
close.
a chance. That was a
Yeah, it
chance
was.
by Delete of all people, who was
Look at that. Descartes says, "How is that not 4?" He's talking
Yeah,
about that
exactly. That
Solanke
should have been
chance.
4 right there. That
Yeah.
should very well have been 4. We should have really just made it 4 and just knock the stuffing out of United once and for all. But I think overall, I am satisfied. I mean, what more can you ask for? 3 goals, 3 points away at a very difficult hunting ground for us. And this 3-0 scoreline brings back memories of that 3-0 that
Yes.
we got here.
Yes.
If you remember those two Lucas Moura goals and Spurs coming down the front, coming down the middle. As we go forward, can we get a fourth? Can we get a fourth? Can we get a fourth?
No.
Okay,
No.
so we didn't get a fourth, but earlier, Aston Villa actually took the lead against the Spurs
Oh
ladies in
no.
the
I was
88th
afraid.
minute.
I was afraid of that.
But I was just informed that the Spurs women have equalized in the 95th minute.
Holy
Spurs women
smokes.
have equalized, ladies and gentlemen, in the 95th minute, and I think we are going to extend our unbeaten run in the Women's Super League. So well done to the Spurs ladies for grabbing what I think is going to be a very well-deserved draw, having taken the lead so early in that match. Spurs ladies looks to have wrapped up at least a point if they don't get another. And as I say that, Kulu, cross Kulu. He can't do it. Too much pressure on him. But well done to the Spurs ladies for grabbing
Yeah,
a well-deserved
absolutely.
point away on your travels, as Spurs are still trying to get that fourth now, still trying to make the most of the man advantage and the 3-0 lead. And I mean, Ten Hag looks absolutely bemused there on the touchline. Don't get me wrong though, as much as you want to say that Ten Hag really isn't doing a good job at the United, but you still have to remember that he has managed to get 2 domestic trophies with United despite their up and down league form. So I think for Big Ange to really consider himself, to really make a name for himself in the Premier League and also in British football, I think he still needs to get a trophy in the Premier League, whether it's going to be in Europe or the domestic league. I think either one is still within reach. It's still very plausible, but for now, let's just see what happens. Wow, that was mopping up. That right there, Christian Romero, is how you tackle. 94 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock. We have just under 2 minutes left of injury time to be played left in this second half, which has been really engaging from kickoff till this very minute, as I try to tell you how United are trying coming from the left. Oh, what a back heel. That back heel was traveling. But I'm glad that I've been proven wrong. I'm glad that I've been proven wrong that we did get our third before United were reduced to 9. So let's see now.
Man.
Let's just see whether we can get yet another one final chance before the end of the game. We have roughly 60 seconds left, ladies and gentlemen. 60 seconds left remaining of this second half injury time before the referee blows for full time. Overall, I mean, I couldn't have asked more for
3 goals and 3 points from this match. And come on, it's a breakaway. It's a breakaway. We have a breakaway. It's a Kulu. Too slow.
He slows up play.
Yeah, but no, it's fine. It's fine. We still have ball. We still have numbers forward. We are still trying to come in from the right. Mikey Moore. What's he gonna do?
Slap it!
What?
Oh God, so close.
That right there should have been his first goal. Let's see now. Oh my goodness me, it shaves the post. That just shaved the post, ladies and gentlemen. Mikey Moore. Yep, that's it. That's full time.
And look what look what the cat dragged in. It's Jose. Everybody, Jose is here. Mr. Eltel Cockrell himself. Let me get that link up, buddy. How are you, Jose?
Pissed off.
Why?
How?
Because Mikey Moore's shot didn't go in?
No, how dare we go to Manchester United and put 3 goals past them? How dare we have Brendan Johnson score a goal against the top 6 side? How dare Brendan Johnson get 4 in 4? How dare Solanke get 3 in 3? How dare we go to fucking Manchester United and get a clean sheet?
Who do we think we are?
Yeah, who do we think we are? How dare we control the whole game? How dare we have all the stats? How dare we do absolutely everything? What are the fan base going to moan about tonight? Are they going to moan?
They'll find something. They'll find something. Don't you worry about that.
Well, I'm moaning already. I'm moaning for them already. Absolutely.
I very nearly did a spit take there. I very, very nearly did a spit take there myself when Jose was saying that thing about how dare the fan base be negative after that result. Honestly, tonight couldn't have gone any better than I imagined. That third goal right there by Solanke might just be the fuel that fuels me on for the next hour or so until the 9 p.m. show that I'm going to be doing with Miss Ash back over on LTEL. I'm not sure if I can go more than an hour though, Jose, because I have to leave for work at 10 p.m. I have to leave for work at 10 p.m. myself. So, but I will try to get at the very least an hour in with Miss Ashby from between 9 to 10 p.m. Before then, I have to start driving at 5 a.m. in order to get to work by midnight tonight here in Malaysia. But otherwise, what a game! What a result! What a performance at the team! And
I found it shocking.
Jose, stop it! You're so good at like the deadpan humor. I seriously
disbelief.
Honestly, I cannot tell you how disappointed I am. Yeah, I really am disappointed because even Werner played well. How dare Werner play well? It's just unbelievable that everything that could have gone wrong went wrong today. We got the victory. We won at Man United. We got a clean sheet. Solanke scored 3 in 3. Johnson scored 4 in 4. You know, we got a clean sheet. Everything that could have gone wrong today for us has gone fucking wrong. I cannot tell you how pissed off I am.
Yeah. And this one as well. Spurs diehards, I think this is Mrs. Roker telling us that it's yet another clean sheet. I think this is only the second time we've had back-to-back clean sheets in the league. And if you're still listening to me right now, Mrs. Roker, I will be on shortly for our 8 p.m. Show together over on Spurs Diehards. But as I say this, I just like to ask Jose now, those 2 glorious chances by Werner, if there was anything that the Spurs fan base are going to be moaning about for the remainder of this beautiful Sunday, it's going to be those misses by Werner Ande. I mean, if there was ever a better chance for Werner to actually, try to win over the fan base, this was it. And I don't think he's ever going to get a better chance of scoring away at a top 4 contender and against 10-man too as well. So I really do hope Timo Werner takes a long, hard look at himself and the number of chances he's squandered today. But overall, I mean, pretty much every single one of those players of us out there, whether it's an Udogi, a Porro, Van der Ven, Romero, Kulusevski, Bentancur, Madison, Johnson, Solanke, even the subs that came on. I mean,
Wow.
Pepe Mata that knockdown. The knockdown.
Hey, sorry,
for...
Chang. I hate to interrupt, but I got to go to work. I got to leave.
Sure, no problem.
Jose, if whenever you guys are done talking, if you don't mind ending it, that would be lovely.
I'll
I
do it.
appreciate you.
Okay.
You're a good person. All right.
Can
Later, boys.
Can you take the score? Oh, no, I'll do it. I'll take the score off myself. Take care, mate.
Okay. Yep. See you, buddy.
See you later,
See you
mate.
soon.
Bye.
Love you guys. Thank you. Big love,
Love you
guys.
guys.
Woo!
Bye.
We did it.
Yeah, I've got to be annoyed because at the end of the day, you know, how dare we score more than one goal at Old Trafford?
And I was also telling Colin earlier how that 3-0 scoreline harkens back, or rather it gave me those memories of when Lucas Moura scored those 2 goals as well that gave us our 3-0 win when Jose Mourinho was still in charge of United before he then went on that rant in the post-match conference saying that the score was only 3-0 and that 3-0 represents the 3 Premiership titles that is won with Chelsea and all that. So yeah, I think United now have a lot to do to get back from this, because losing 3-0 at home to a Spurs side who are just a position above them in the league, and now I think we are now 5 points off the top. We are now 5 points off the league leaders after that 3-0 win. I honestly didn't expect us to cruise to this 3-0 win. But Jose, let me just quickly ask you.
Sorry, just before you carry on, all the people
sure.
that have asked, there's a couple of people that have asked for the link. Anyone that's asked for the link, I've just put it into the WhatsApp group.
Good. Okay.
Sorry, carry on, Chang.
Sure. No, I just wanted to ask you, okay, if, let's say, if United weren't reduced to 10 men, do you think we could have still won this convincingly had they managed to keep 11 on the pitch, or was it always going to be a 2-0, 3-0 victory for Spurs, regardless of how many men stayed on the pitch for them?
What do you want me to answer this honestly, or do you want me to carry on taking the piss like I have been since I've come on?
Let's try some honesty. Let's try some honesty today.
In all honesty, right? In all honesty, it doesn't matter. Is he on there now? Right. It doesn't matter.
They
could have had 50 men on the pitch today. We still would have won that game. There's no shadow in the doubt that we would have won that game. We controlled the game all the way through up until before the sending off. We would have won that game whether they had 13 players, the referee and the linesman on this side. We still would have won that game today. The only pity is that we went to Man United and we won. How dare we do that? How dare Solanke score? How dare Johnson score again? How dare we play so well? How dare we have Mickey van der Ven, who is a cheat code for football? He's the ultimate cheat code. How dare we have a team like we've got now? I'm so shocked and pissed off. I'm just waiting for the meltdown from the fan base.
No depth. No depth whatsoever. You know, terrible window.
Good afternoon, Mr. Shear. Good afternoon, AJ, who've just both joined us.
Hey, Chang.
Good afternoon. Can I add a little realism to proceedings? Can I just come at you with the realism? 2 goals shouldn't have counted. They were goal line tap-ins, you know, and they don't count. You have to score from 40 yards. A defender running up the pitch. I mean, let's be honest. It wasn't really that great considering how high our defensive line is anyway. I mean, if he was starting from his own box, it's different. So can we really take anything from this match? I mean, you know, we played a terrible United team and it was raining as well. I mean, there's so many ways of
Rat boy got his red card.
By the way,
that's what we can take from this match.
Very quickly, Mr. AJ, I'm sorry to have cut you off so rudely, Mr. Shear, but I just need to say something to Mr. AJ here. This match right here, our performance, the goals and everything, this should give you some ammunition now to hit back over on I'm still standing, if you know what I mean.
I know, mate. I know. This is the thing, right? Is the way I see it, this is my personal opinion, yeah? It doesn't matter how the goals go in. It doesn't matter whether they're penalties, if they're free kicks, if they're own goals. Like, I don't care if it bounces off of 13 people and ends up in the back of the net. If your team win because you've scored a goal, guess what? Tap-ins, they all count. Ruud van Nistelrooy, one of the best to ever do it. Ruud van Nistelrooy, one of the best ever, arriving in the box, right place, right time, bang, scoring on the goal line. How dare people try to take away from players that have scored, that have contributed to a win for our team? We get bitched at for not winning. We get bitched at for not scoring. And then when our players score, oh, but it was only a tap-in. I don't care. Brennan Johnson was quality today. Solanke yet again. The man just is a workhorse. He doesn't stop. Press after press after press, chasing everything. Excellent. Awesome. Great performance.
Wow.
Why can't we just be happy for our team just winning? You know, there's so much negativity, and let's hope that this might be a line in the sand. We can only hope.
You'd like to
our
think
last four performances. Our last 4 performances have been very good.
Of course they have. How dare we win ugly? How dare we win ugly?
Can I just I would just like to quickly add something to what Mr. AJ said earlier with regards to our last 4 performances being really good. In all honesty, and this is just my own opinion anyway, in all honesty, I really do feel that why we have this performance we are having today, on top of the Brentford wins and also the Karabakh wins, all of that is actually down to Jet Spence and him dragging us back from the brink against Coventry City. If Jet Spence doesn't score that equalizer, if we actually get dumped out in the League Cup by Coventry, I honestly don't think we have those last 4 wins in a row. Jet Spence actually has been the big savior for us and also for Big Ange's career with Spurs. And that equalizer by Jet Spence then led to Brennan Johnson getting the first of his 4 goals in 4 matches. And it just snowballed from there. It was just cascading. It just snowballed and snowballed. It then went to the Brentford win, the Karabakh win, and now we are here with the United win. And who is the latest?
I'll go one step further. Playing more than 1 match every fortnight.
Yep.
Like we did last year, it improves the playing sharpness. And you can see, you know, winning breeds confidence. Go figure.
We've got Daniel's joined us. Hello, Daniel. How are you, sir?
Big up all of you, yeah?
Hey, Daniel.
You can hear me, yeah?
Yeah.
We hear you loud and clear, Mr. Daniel, sir.
Yeah, all good. Right, you know how I like to say how it is, man. I can't moan about that performance in any way at all today. Well, I've got one little criticism, yeah. What you said about Werner played well off the ball and with the ball at his feet, but you just can't hit the ball, mate. That could have been 6 or 7 today, yeah. But I'm on cloud 9, so I'm gonna allow that today, yeah. I'm not gonna judge Werner's performance by his finishing today because his all-round performance was really good. So I'm not going to judge him by his finishing today. They were 2 good saves by Onana as well, especially the second one. So
without
it's not like he didn't hit
6-0.
It's not like he didn't hit the target with the shots. If he wouldn't have hit the target at all, then that would have been a real problem. But he still hit the target with both the shots. They were both decent saves. But the performance from minute 1, I don't care if they had the man sum off. We were in complete control of that game, 11 against 11. That could have been 3 or 4-0 even with 11. With 11 against 11 before the 40th minute, we were in complete control of that game, man. I don't know if it's Man United, I don't know if Man United played to get Ten Hag the sack or we just played out of our skin. But I'm not going to judge Man United playing really poorly on how we played really, really well, man. Like Brennan Johnson today really impressed me, man. Like it weren't just how obviously the goal, that was a simple tap-in. So obviously anyone can score a tap-in, fair enough, yeah. But that was Van de Ven's run for that goal. That is unreal, man. A left-sided centre-back, yeah, running like that. Through, like, literally.
Brilliant.
Oh, my. He set the tone for the game because it was early in the game, 2 minutes in, and I was like, oh, it's going to be one of these. If we can see first at Old Trafford, is it going to be a nervy game? 2 minutes in, Van de Ven calms it down. Great assist. Brennan Johnson at the back post, what you're supposed to do as a winger. You're supposed to run in there, be in there for the tap-ins. People can moan about tap-ins, but as a right winger, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to run in there from the other side, get on them balls that go along the box. That was a perfect goal, man. Van der Ven's shown how class he was today. But I was really, really impressed with Brennan Johnson, man. Off the ball as well. Like, he wasn't just his decision making today was so much better. I don't know if his confidence is reaching like high levels.
He's tracking back to Daniel.
Yeah, this is exactly. He was making really, really good clearances as well when he was doing his defensive duties as well. So like,
that run from Mickey van der Ven. That run from Mickey van der Ven was David Ginola, Ricky Villa-esque. He literally danced his way up the pitch. It wasn't even a flat-out sprint. He was dancing past them. He intercepts the ball. He blasts past people, twinkle toes, in and out, gets into the box, then off balance, puts a beautiful cross there for Brennan the Monster Johnson to tap home and set us on our way.
True, mate. Spot on, mate, about Van der Ven, man. Like, you remember that goal where he shouted stung earlier in the season as well, where he just ran past about 4 or 5 players. Like, this is his second time he's done that this season, where he's like on like 60-yard runs. Proven example of how much pace he's got here, that he can do that as well. Like, he's unreal, man. He's not only a sweeper, left-sided centre back as well, who can like literally sweep up anything when like a ball goes over the top, and he can still get like. He can still give someone a 5-yard head start and still get there, like he did with Garnacho earlier. But
Chang.
I want to say that I want a little. Sorry, mate.
Sorry, Chang. Look at the comment, Chang.
Okay, I'm going to send him the thing right now.
Sorry, carry on, Daniel. Carry on, mate.
All right, I just want a little shout out to Madders as well. Yeah?
I'll let you go.
David, take care, mate. I know it's late for you, so I hope you have a really good kip, and I hope that.
I'll watch and do some comments.
Okay, I hope they give you. I hope you sleep well tonight, and that this gives you sweet dreams, pal.
Always does, mate. Always does. Thanks for having me on, mate.
Thanks for joining us, David. Sorry, go on.
Shout out to Madders as well, man, who I thought was brilliant today as well. Like literally picking up in the little pockets as well that he was getting into as well all the time as well. He was unreal today. The last like 2 or 3 games as well, I've started to see him start showing flashes of like why the whole reason why. Like anyone who was writing him off, like I remember 4 or 5 games ago saying Bergwall just start from the start, man. Like Madders is like he's another level, man. Bergwall needs to learn from players like Madders before he takes over players like Madders. Yeah, like the performance, man. Like Werner as well. Like except from his finishing today, like he said, he gave that right back and really torrid 90 minutes, man. He couldn't. Like, is it Missouri, whatever his name is, the one who used to play for Bayern Munich.
Mazraoui.
Yeah, honestly, I think he's a decent right back as well. Werner, he gave him a game. Like he literally, like I think, like you can't really look at the like anyone in the team and say, oh, that player like played a 6 out of 10. Like, at least all of them were at least 7s, yeah, at least. Like every single player was at least a 7 out of 10. And you can say you look at some of the players and say they were like 8s, like Solanke as well. Like I think he's finishing sometimes. I think Onana obviously just made some really good saves, but I think like he's off the ball as well. Solanke as well, man. You can see what he gives us off the ball as well, man. He's not just scoring goals, yeah. He's off the ball. He's off the ball. Oh, sorry, mate.
Sorry, can I just say? I'm just going to say I jumped on because I knew Colin had to go to work, and I knew that people wanted to come on and have their say. So I just want to say, just to keep the chat moving along, let me just say hello to a few people that have popped in. I've not been here. I've not been here. So if you were here already before I appeared, and I'm really sorry. But hello to Pramvat, says good game. You could have scored 2 or 3 more, and that's coming from a Man United fan. You've got Adrian who says a clean sheet, and then wants to remind people that there's a show tonight on Spurs Die Hard at 8 o'clock tonight BST.
Big up, Adrian.
Peter Gagaya says, tell you lads, 2 more players, Spurs will be flying. AJ's obviously here. Daniel's here now. Spurs GCTV, Graham. Afternoon, gents. What a result. Obviously, we've just got Eugene has just joined us. So Eugene's put a comment in there, but he's just joined us as well. You've got Johnny Bethnal Green saying, hola, hola, hola. Nita has said Bentancur on and off the ball. And then she says, good evening all. 3 points in the bag. Come on, you Spurs, have that. Quez Ali's here. Good evening, Quez. It's a beautiful Sunday when Tottenham play like that. And thereafter, I've caught up with the chat. Eugene, how are you, sir?
Can you hear me, guys?
Yes, by all means. Yeah, you can hear you clear.
Yeah, honestly, Jose and Chang, I had a very, very interesting day. You know, do you know that the new partnership we have with Ames, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I went to a celebratory party, right, for the partnership between Ames and Tottenham Hotspur. And what I found out, right, the owners of Ames, right, actually from Southeast Asia, right? The owner is Singaporean, right, and the operations is actually running out from Malaysia. Think about it.
Now that you say that, Mr. Eugene,
Oh,
my current construction site is just right beside Menara Ames. So I
oh dear.
have absolutely no
Yeah.
idea that they were actually operating out of Malaysia. But yeah, it's
But
so
the thing
nice
is
to
that
be-
you must make sure that Menara Ames is actually the Ames online trading platform. You can see that. Not because there are other Ames also out there, but maybe it could be, maybe it might not be. But we had a very nice dinner, right? All sponsored by Ames and all that. Because I'm part of the Malaysian Spurs committee, so I was there with the president and our treasurer and another committee member. We had a very nice dinner. There was a nice show put up by them, on the trading part and all that. And of course, they were celebrating the how they were surprised that they even got to be partners with Spurs, and they were very proud of it, because they see Spurs as a big brand. See, so that was a good thing. And apart from that, we won 3-0. Yay!
I was going to say you had a party. Did you watch the game as well? That was what I was going to ask you.
No, I didn't watch along. And then after that, I went to the Mamak stall. Chang, remember the one that we were at, and I did the watch along there. Straight off from
By
there.
the way, anyone who's listening, a mamak store is basically the Malaysian equivalent of a bistro or a diner where you can actually hang out, eat, chat, drink, and basically have a good time. And
Yeah.
it was the
And it
very
opens for and it's
venue.
and it's a
It was
24-hour
very
thing.
first venue that I did a live watch along, a face-to-face live watch along, side by side.
Yeah.
In our in our form in real time between me and Mr. Eugene, and I am actually looking forward to yet another live watch along if we can somehow afford that.
Yeah,
I'm not
we will
going to
do that soon. Don't worry. Yeah, we'll do that soon, Jack. Because I found the formula, right? Of actually, this time I'll bring my laptop up and my camera and all that, and then I'll blur the background. Then you only can see both of us. Then there wouldn't be any issues of who doesn't want to be in the video and all that blah blah blah.
Can I ask? Are you driving, Eugene?
Yeah, I'm driving home now from the Mamak store.
You're driving and talking on a stream at the same time. Okay, fair enough.
No, Jose, I'm used to it. I used to do that a lot last time.
Yeah. I don't know, but here in England, if you're doing that, you get arrested.
Yes.
I know. Yeah, don't worry, we're in Malaysia, so yeah, we get away with a lot of things. Yeah.
Here in Malaysia, anything goes.
I've got comments from everyone else. Eugene, tell me your comments about the game. What are your thoughts about the game, mate?
To tell the truth, right, I was a bit surprised, right? When we were 11 against 11, we looked a bit more fluid. And when they lost, and of course, I don't want to talk about Timo Werner, right? I mean, he had his good moments, right? But we want the moments in front of goal when he has the clear-cut chances, right, to put it behind the net. And he missed 2 clear-cut chances. So that's a bit disappointing from him. I'm happy that Brennan Johnson, I'm not calling him Brenda now, I'm going to call him Brennan Johnson, right? He had a very good game, right? And he's continuing his scoring streak. So that's a good thing. Then after that, when Manchester United went down to 10 men, I was worried. Didn't know how to play against that 10 men. You can see that. And then, of course, when the second half started, and straight away we got that early goal from Decky, and it was a good goal from Decky, and the assist was from Brendan, right? So, yeah. And when that was still happening, I was still not very confident of us winning because Manchester United, somehow or other, when we sat back and let them have the ball and they came at us, and I was a bit jittery on that, and I was saying we still need that third goal because if that if they score one, I thought our heads drop and we go down a spiral. But it didn't happen. I'm happy today that we beat Manchester United in Old Trafford. But I have to say one thing, right? That Manchester United team that they have out there now, right, looks very, very mediocre. Very, very mediocre. So I'll still take the win. I'll still big up the boys, right? And it is what it is. You still have to keep that momentum going, right? Plus we got another game coming up on Thursday again. Then we're gonna look at Brighton, and if I'm not mistaken, I think Brighton will give us a harder game than Manchester United. That's all I can say. So, guys, Manchester United lost, we won, and right, I'm gonna go on DR Sports and cook KG on Tuesday. You guys know who KG is. KG, the comedian from DR Sports, right? He has his own channel too. And I'll be on with every summer's cooking KG. If they let me on it. So, yeah. Right. But I'm happy we won. Right. It was worth it. Right. So, yeah. Even though I'm driving now at it's going to be 2 a.m. in Malaysia now on the way home. Yeah. I'll take a nice slow drive, have a nice good chat with you guys, right, and enjoy the moment.
So, for everyone that's watching at the moment, this is the two Sides of a Pitch podcast channel, and just want to remind people that tomorrow at 4 p.m. BST, they have on the channel Alex Dragusin, Radu Dragusin's brother. He will be on the channel tomorrow. He will be being interviewed, and on Tuesday evening at 7 o'clock BST, they will have Graham Roberts on the channel. So it'll be Graham Roberts at 7 o'clock BST on Tuesday. And tomorrow at 4 o'clock, it's Alex Dragusin. So please, people, come and join this channel and watch the two shows that they've got coming up.
Yeah. And there's one more thing I want to add, right? I was very happy to see Mikey Moore on the pitch. Very, very happy to give that young boy a chance.
And Bergvall. They both got the same amount of time. Bergvall as well. Yeah, he got on the pitch. Sorry, we got Adrian's just popped on. Hello, Adrian. How are you, mate? Are you as pissed off as me, Adrian?
Oh, of course. You know me. I'm fully engine anyway. So I always support the managers and all the players while they're at the club. So yeah, it was a good result. Man United. I mean, what I particularly enjoyed. I'm really enjoying the link up between Maddison and Kulusevski in midfield. The amount of time Kulusevski is given a very hard ball to control, but he just seems to control it. His vision's absolutely brilliant, right? And Maddison he did come back to our penalty area a couple of times during the game, Maddison. I prefer him more central and forward. But Kula was always the outlet to the right of him, and Kula was either playing as hybrid 8-10 or coming down to sort of inside right, right wing, wasn't he? But I just thought, and Bentancur, your man and my man, when he's fit, he's very disciplined in the role he's got there. They can't all go flying forward, and you can't knock the performance. I actually thought the referee gave us a couple of yellow cards to even it up because the crowd was getting them. I didn't think Porro should have got that one for that. I mean, he gave us a couple. The sending off was a red, because if you're going down, even if you slip, you can pull your foot away. You played football, Jose. You could pull your foot away going like that. You've only got to drop your leg. It's the easiest thing in the world. But he didn't. I think he used the slip as an excuse to make a fucking hard tackle,
If he hadn't touched him on the shin, and even if he'd done that and he caught his foot
on the shin as well.
Yeah, I know, but if he hadn't done it on the shin and he still done that action and got his foot, he would have got a yellow. But it's because it was high action. So yeah, you're quite right. In the action that he did, he didn't have to. He was going down and he didn't have to lunge out. And the lunging out is what made it a red, because obviously you got him on the shin. But if he lunged out and got him on the foot, he still would have got a yellow. So either way, he would have got a card. It's just that he went high up, and that's the reason why he got his card.
I thought they were going to. When they went in half time, one sending off 3 of their players on yellows, I thought they were going to get another one, but because their discipline playing was rubbish. So the discipline among themselves is like, they just look at these disjointed sides. They've got individually on paper, their team looked good. The starting team looked good. Looked as though it had enough attacking intent, didn't it?
But they have no midfield. It doesn't matter what permutations they put into midfield; they're so easy to play against.
Yeah.
It's like a
I'm
knife
very
through butter. It doesn't
yeah
matter what six,
yeah
and they've got what have they got? They've got
mm,
Mount, Mainu, Casemiro, Ericsson, Ugarte, and they had another one playing today as well. But the combination of the six that they've got to put in there, it's their weakest link for Man United
yeah it
because
is because
they can't control the midfield against anybody.
exactly. And Liverpool pressed them and stuffed them there, and we pressed them and stuffed them. So they seem to have a bit of a weak under. He hasn't found that what his best blends are in midfield. I mean, they're not bad players, you know. They're not individually, they're not bad players, but you know, it's teamwork, isn't it, that counts at the end of the day? And like they just look sloppy.
Yeah, I thought Mazarawi got cooked today. I thought De Ligt got cooked. I thought Dallo got cooked. The only defender for me that they had was Martinez. He's the only one that tried to play the game for them. And up front, I think that Xerxes is a good player. But no ammunition at all. He had nothing whatsoever to feed off. And at the end of the day, right, instead of talking about opponents like we tend to do all the time, oh my God, we're playing Arsenal. They got Saka and they got blah, blah. Oh my God, we're playing Brentford and they got Mbeumo. Oh my God, we're playing Man United and they got Fernandes and they got Rashford and they got this. Sometimes we've got to turn around and think that we know we've got 19 league games to play at home and we know we've got 19 to play away. The fixture list has told us who we've got and in what order. And it doesn't matter who you're up against. You're up against Premiership players, right? And I think sometimes what we need to do as a fan base is actually give props to our team and worry about what we're doing. Like I say all the time, worry about what we can do. It's within our gift. Don't worry about the others. If you do your stuff right, then you should get a result. But you've got to do your own stuff right. And that's us at the club. Tottenham need to play and get their game right. And if they get their game right, they can impose it on anybody. People are saying, and everyone's worked out your tactics, blah, blah, blah. And just made tweaks this year. And if people are not going to admit that they can see the tweaks that he's made,
I can see them.
Then I'm sorry to say that you've got an agenda because Ange has made tweaks. You can see quite clearly he's made tweaks. The two boys today, they didn't invert. They went, they hugged. They hugged again. The majority of the game, they hugged instead of inverting. You know, at the end of the day, and they weren't bombing forward at every option. So at the end of the day, we've got to look at and Bentancur today, for those that didn't watch the game properly, he's stuck in that sixth role. Bentancur won the ball and released it straight away. Didn't carry the ball, no carry through him again. He just won the ball, released it straight away. Now, people were saying within the Spurs community, people were saying Bentancur, Maddison, and Kulu, or Bissouma, Maddison, and Kulu won't work because Maddison and Kulu are not midfielders. Well, do you know what?
It works. There's no two ways about it. It works.
This is like the third game that they've played together.
Let's have a shout out for Porro and Udogie. I know Udogie went off, but he was looking like a tank going down the left. But unfortunately, Werner was always letting him down. Right?
Sorry, Chang's
okay. Very quickly, just before I sign off, because I have to start packing now before I join Mrs. Roker's stream later at 8 p.m. I just want to make a quick shout out. If anyone doesn't know this yet, it's just been announced that the man of the match has been officially been awarded to none other than Van der Ven. Yes.
Yeah, I knew that already. Van der Ven was, you know, when they gave it to him, Chan, they gave it to him when they made the substitution. Gary Neville gave him the man of the match when they made the substitution. There was 10 minutes to go when they brought Dragusin on, and he said, my man of the match is Van der Ven. So they gave the man of the match 15 minutes before the game had ended.
What was great about it wasn't just the run. It was the interception to win the ball before he made the run. If you look at when he intercepts to win that ball, I mean, that's like great, you know, it's great thinking, you know.
It's a cheat code for football, isn't he?
Yeah, I was loving what I was seeing of Udogie earlier on, when he was trying to power on, because we need him back to his tanking best, you know, because he is a tank on the left. And even Porro, you know, at times his positioning's a little bit, but yeah, like even he was good. I mean, like you couldn't fault them. I mean, you couldn't fault. We didn't concede a goal, so you can't knock the back four. Yeah. Even Carraro seemed to like he seemed to be more confident, and he made a couple of very good, decent saves as well. Like, you know, the one he really had to stretch and grab and pull into his chest earlier on, and Yeah.
So we've got Nita saying we are in Hungary on Thursday. Games come fast now. Come on, you Spurs. Destiny.
Yeah, Forest.
Good evening, Destiny says, big up, lads. Coy is so happy. P.S. The lucky dressing gown is back. Phil Coys, how are you, Phil? I hope you're well, mate. Says, we love you, Tottenham. We do. We love you, Tottenham. We do. Quality performance. And can I say, you're still here, Graham. Solanke scoring that third goal for Tottenham meant that I didn't get the correct prediction. However, the only person that got the correct prediction this week is Graham. Graham predicted 3-0, and he's the only person that predicted it. Anyway, let's go back to Dan, because Dan's been quiet. Everyone's had a go, and we'll go back to Dan again.
All good, mate. I just wanted to say, Josie, about the Bentancur thing. Remember the other day when I said about I didn't want to see Basuma start this match as well?
Yeah.
From the Thursday, and I think, honestly, I just don't think he is. At times, I don't think he's a good enough protector of the ball, even though at times he is. I think in that game the other day, it was 11 against 10, but still, I think there was times where he was like sloppy with his loose touches. And I think, like you said, Bentancur was smart today. He just won the ball, released it straight away, and set us on the transition, basically, straight away. And Man United can't really play against transitional teams. You see what Van der Ven in the first couple of minutes, he just run through their defence. Don't have a lot of power in their team anymore, Man United.
Yeah, Bentancur did that against Brentford as well, Dan, as a 6. He was winning the ball and releasing. I said it after the game against Brentford. He won the ball and he passed it straight away to others, and he didn't carry. He defended the two centre-halves. The only problem that we've got, Dan, is that the likelihood is that he's going to get given a ban. And if he gets given a ban, means we need to find another suitor for the 6 role, because obviously Kulu and Madders at the moment are playing really, really well in the 2-8 roles. So we need to find someone to play instead of Bentancur as and when he gets charged and that. And whether that's Basuma or whether there's another change in formation and we get another surprise from Ange, I don't know. But whilst he's with us and whilst he can still play before he's sanctioned, it can only be the better for Tottenham, isn't it?
Yeah, true. So we just have to wait and to see how many games he gets banned. But like you said today, I thought he was great. Like you said, in the role where he just knew what to do. Smart. He was just smart play. He just knew how to win the ball back and then just release it quick. It didn't over touch it. I feel like with Basuma sometimes he just takes the extra touch sometimes and he puts himself back into danger too much. And he ends up losing the ball in the central middle of the pitch, and then we end up getting transitioned on ourselves a couple of times. So I feel like playing Bentancur today was a smart thing by Ange. I feel like Kulu, when he come on today, I feel like, mate, he was class. I know obviously we had the extra man in midfield. So obviously Kulu could do that bit where he could take a touch and then turn quite a lot, but mate, he didn't really put a foot wrong, Kulu, when he come on at all.
Kulu started from the start.
Huh? Oh, Kulu, what the hell I'm going with that? Sorry, mate. Having a little weird moment there. Right, I'm like saying about Kulu, obviously, he just literally didn't, especially in the second half, when the extra man really played a part, he in the middle of the pitch, man, he managed to win a lot of the times, managed to just take a touch, turn, and set a lot of our attacks moving, man. I thought he was class. And he obviously went on the right side as well a few times, a lot, and he was quality on the when he went onto the wing as well. He won a few free kicks. He got a yellow card. He had a spring in his step today, Kulu, when he was playing, man. But I feel like he's been playing class.
Yeah, to me, Dan, I think I've said all along, Dan, if you've been watching any of my shows, I said the glue so far this season for Tottenham has been Kulusevski. He's the one that's carried and played really well in every game this season for Tottenham that he's played.
Well, he come on in the commentary game and played well when that game changed that as well. Because we needed that change because the commentary game he wasn't doing well for 80 odd minutes. When he come on, him and Maddison obviously, but him especially, he was obviously Spence played a massive part. But he changed that game as well. Like you said, he's been the glue this season. He's been probably he's been our most consistent player probably. This season so far. So that's a positive, man, because last season he was starting to be very inconsistent, which is a positive now because we're starting to see the real Kulu again from the first year and the first 12 months before he even started dropping off a bit in the second season. But yeah, man, I just feel like we can't really look at too many negatives from today. Man United obviously didn't play great, but we were 11 against 11, we were in control. So the only negative that's going to come on it is obviously they had the man sent off. So everyone's going to be like, they expected us to win 3 or 4-0. But I feel like the only negative actually is that. Sorry, I feel like the only negative is that we didn't smash them 7 or 8-0, mate, because we could have easily spanked them today, mate. That was like, if we like took away a few of them more than chances like early in the second half that we had, I think that would have been 6 or 7, man.
Like I said earlier, Dan, I think what we need to do, sorry, mate, I think what we need to do, instead of worrying about other teams, is worry about ourselves. And at the end of the day, if we've played well, say that we've played well. Don't look for, and don't find wormholes that ain't there. Say it as it is. If there are some points that we can address. Yes, there are. With any game, there always will be. You're never going to play the fine game. So there are points that we can address, but 99% of that game, Tottenham did everything you wanted them to do and more. And I'm talking as a team, player-wise, individuals, manager, everything. So, at the end of the day, we just got to, as the Americans say, we need to big ourselves up a bit more. Sorry, I'm just going to go Eugene. Son today missed the game. I know that the community of people in the community are saying that Son's off the pace. Son's not the player that he was. Some people have called for him to be sold, or some people are saying on his way out. Well, today he was out with injury or he was rested. So today is the first time that we've seen a match without Sonny. How do you think our captain that took his place played today in Mr. Romero?
They can do, right? I mean, the Sonny issue is that, honestly, I won't have sentimental attachments to him. If he has to go, he has to go, right? And it's up to Ange, you can say. Whether he comes back after he goes to somewhere else and become a brand ambassador for us for the rest of his life and all that, that is for us to see in the future. And for Romero, taking over the captaincy is a good thing for him. He showed up today. There were a lot of titles he put in that was worthy of a captain, as I see it. So at this moment in time, I got no complaints. I mean, if Son, to tell the truth, right, I pity the guy. He has been playing nearly every game for the past 4 or 5 seasons. If not longer. If not longer, yeah, if not longer. So he gets a bit of rest. He needs it, right? And plus with all the international congestions and all that, nowadays the players need their downtime to recover. So I will tell you, if we are playing like this now, right, I don't mind Son taking a few more games off, to get his full strength back. Or for all you know, Son could be carrying an injury that we don't know. You remember that season when Conte was playing him, right? He had a hernia.
Yeah.
Right? So, for all I know, give the poor guy a rest, right? When he comes back, the captaincy is his, right? Or that's up to Ange to make his decision. But at the moment in time, I wouldn't mind if Son is not around and we are still performing, or we still maintain this same kind of tactics and players, right? In the next few games, if he's around, bring him on as a sub. I wouldn't mind seeing that too. I'm very honest. I'll be very pragmatic about it. Honestly, I wouldn't mind. If the price is right in January, it's 7. You get what I'm saying? Because Yang is coming in, right? And once Yang comes in, that will be the South Korean market to replace Son. That's how I see it. But as you know, our club won't let Son go because Son is going to be our talisman, not only on the football, but on the the other things too. Yeah, the other things too. So for me, is that Son has been a good servant to Spurs. I will not take a Mickey out of him. I won't say anything bad about him. But when the time comes, if he has to be let go, he has to be let go.
Yeah. Nita saying midfield is looking nice. Been saying it needed to be addressed. It looks like we're on it now. Rob Belcher, good evening. Rob says you realise we also had 10 players, as I don't count Werner. Johnny Bethnal Green saying, talking of predictions, that predict the football web thing have totally different scores that I put in. What the F is all that about? Won't be doing that again. All I can say, Johnny, is that once you've done your selections, if you don't press save, I'm just saying, don't shoot the message. If you don't press save, then it won't save what you've done. Nita's also saying, take the armband off Sonny, let him get back to his form. He can get us 15 or 16 goals, in my opinion. And Phil Coys is saying, Sonny will have a new lease of life when he comes back. Clip this, Sonny will be back. Adrian, going now. Right, so today's game, Man United played in Europe on Wednesday. We played in Europe on Thursday. They had 24 hours extra to what we had before today's game. You would have thought it was the other way round, wouldn't you? You would have thought we'd had the 24 hours and not them. And now moving on to Thursday's game against Ferencvaros. Can you see any changes being made, Adrian, at this early stage already?
Yeah, there will be. We have to go through all the players that have played the majority of these last two games mainly. I mean, if Son's fit, he'll come back in straight away. If it's just a slight hamstring or muscle issue, they said if he was training. But someone said they see him on the bike, so it couldn't be that serious in the training session. So but that doesn't matter. You could have seen him on the bike, then out on the field, he could have felt something, couldn't he? So so we don't know. It's not serious. We know it's not serious. So he's going to be back. He is our best goal scorer with both feet. So out there, Werner, I mean, he missed 2 glorious chances today. It's not that it's not that he can't provide, right?
Can't score
during the game. But I've been saying it for seasons now. If we're bringing wingers in, I want wingers that can score. At least Brendan Johnson, being critical of, he had a 15 GA last season. He scored 5 goals. He had 10 assists. He's got 4 goals already this season, Johnson. So I've got to admit and say, well, hold on, hang on. Maybe what we're not seeing on the training ground at Ainsley, there is a player in there with a much higher ceiling. Because he still takes anticipation to be in the right place. Fair enough. Someone's blasting down the left. If you're playing wing backs or wingers, someone should be coming in at the far post, right? That's staying like to me. But like he was there and he pokes it home, So Werner.
But hold on, Adrian. Guys, I got to make a move, right? Thanks for having me on. Good seeing you again, Adrian. Nice to meet you, Dan. Right, I just want to do a shameless plug, right? Guys, if you have not subscribed to Spurs Vision TV, please go over to Spurs Vision TV. Give me a sub, give me a like, right? I'll be coming out more videos nowadays, right? And I just did a watch along in what I would say is a mamak stall, or more or less it's like a bistro restaurant that opens 24 hours and that shows a lot of football matches, right? But guys, big up, and don't forget to subscribe to LTEL, Adrian's channel, Spurs Till I Die, right? TTID. Right, and of course to 2 off the pitch or something, right? That's Colin's channel right now. All right, guys, take care. It's already 2 a.m. plus here in Malaysia. I've got to go, guys. All right,
take care.
Bye-bye.
Eugene, thank you very much.
All right.
Take care, mate.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Where were we? Jose, have you frozen? Oh no.
No. You were talking, and then he stepped in.
Yeah,
said he
he interrupted me. I've lost my train of thought. I lost my thread.
We'll go back to Dan. Dan, right? Because I'm wary that you've got to get ready for your show, Adrian, and stuff like that. And I'm also wary that I've got to go and get myself coffee and stuff like that. Because I only came on, as I said, here because I knew that Colin had to work. And normally what we do on either channel is when we do a watch along, we allow people to come on at the end of the game and have their thoughts. And because I knew he had to go to work, I jumped on. And the minute I jumped on, he jumped off so I could allow people on. So I'm actually doing it for him at the moment. So to give you lot a chance to come on and have a say. Yeah. So I'll go back to Dan. So Dan, what are your final thoughts about anything, about today, about what's coming up, the rest of the season, whatever it may be, mate, whatever your thoughts are.
I was wanting to say about the one negative is Adoji got taken off at half time with an injury.
He came off at half time as well against Karabag, didn't he?
Yeah, I think that was with an injury. I think he's getting quite a few little niggles early in the season.
And against
early in the season. Yeah, the commentator definitely said he went off at half time with an injury today as well. So obviously, I don't think it's I hope it ain't a serious one, but that's like. Is that 3 games in a row that he's come off at half time?
No, do you know what? It wasn't Karabag. It was. You're right. It was Coventry. It was Coventry in this game.
Yeah. So well.
But can I say, Dan? With what you're saying, Dan, what I'm happy about, if I can be happy about anything, right, is that in older money, they would have made them players play the second half, and it looks like this season, anything we're taking them off as a precaution. The same as what was Sonny apparently. If everything's right about him being on the bike and everything through the training video that came out yesterday, then the fact they didn't play him today because they said he's got a knock and they didn't play him today, is all the better because he trained yesterday, so that's good. Do you see what I mean? Where in older money, we used to play these players, we used to put them out there with injuries, we used to put them out there with injections and all sorts, and it just means that we're taking care of our players more now, which means that we won't lose them for longer periods. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's good. It's positive. The 5 sub rule obviously plays a big factor in that now as well.
Can I say to you guys, when the 3 came on, right, and there was 15 minutes to go, and then he made a triple substitution. In my mind, I don't know why. In my mind, I thought, okay, that's done now. And then when they said they're making the last substitution, Tottenham, I thought to myself, what do you mean they're making the last one? We've done our 5 already. I thought we'd done the 5 because we brought the 3 on. I thought that was it. That was the 5 that were done. So I was
then
quite shocked.
Dragerson come on and nutted the other guy in the back of the head.
Mason Mount,
yeah.
Is he okay, Mount? Yeah.
Yeah. He's all right. He's fine. And so Dan,
I think
you're a happy person then, Dan, today.
Yeah, 3 pointers. Obviously, when you go away to Old Trafford, usually how we seem to start these games, we always seem to make these tight, nervy games by usually conceding a goal early. Usually, always getting caught on the counter attack. Usually away at Old Trafford. Like even though I criticised Rashford yesterday when Colin had the Man United fan on saying he's so inconsistent, Rashford seems to thrive in these sort of games because we seem like with the high line as well. Like if Man United they weren't on it from like minute 1. I'm not going to say it's because they were crap. We were just on it from. Well, like I said, we set the tone in the first 140 seconds by scoring that goal.
Yeah.
It calmed the game. It calmed our performance down for like the minute 2, and then the thing that I was impressed about, it wasn't even like we went back to like, right, we got an early goal at Old Trafford now. Let's start becoming nervous, Tottenham. We just took control of the game straight away again.
It's
and then
silence.
we could have eased. And then the Brendan Johnson shot where he hit the post as well. Like I said, with Brendan Johnson as well, he's starting to do things smart now as a player on that side now as well. He's starting to know when to take a shot, knowing when to obviously take a touch. He's obviously doing the defensive side. The defensive side of his game today was really good. There's a couple of times where he had to do a couple of where he had to come across, and I think there was one where he managed to hit it out for a corner kick, but like he's tracking the players. It's like knowing when his passing was much better today as well, because I think he's quite sloppy with his passing as well at times. Where he just doesn't look sometimes. He passes into like aimless areas where he just doesn't look up when he's passing, and then he ends up giving away the ball. Like his passing today, like I think like he's been exceptional. Like since obviously he took the criticism, which is not fair, it's not on the tool online. But he's come back and really silenced the doubters, man, which is a massive positive because that's his best run of his career. Do you know that's the best run of his career? 4 games in a row he scored them.
And it ain't finished yet, Dan.
It come up on Sky Sports early when he scored the goals. 4 games in a row is the best run he's had like in all competitions.
It's not finished yet, Dan, is what I'm saying here.
So he's right now going for his best consistent goal scoring run. Obviously.
I mean,
that's a massive positive.
Yeah. In my shows, I've turned around and said what Tottenham need to do is find consistency, go on longer runs, not win one and then be mediocre for the next 4, but continue to win games, build that momentum, consistency, and that's what we were missing last season, and that's what we need to get this season. And at the moment, today's victory makes it 4 on the bounce in all competitions, and that's what we needed. And we're scoring goals. So we're creating a chance, but we're actually taking them now and we're scoring goals. Before I come to you, Adrian, can I just say, I've got Ben Kaufman says, God United were terrible today. Brilliant performance today. Nita says, it is the armband. Sonny's so humble. Trust me, he has bags of goals in him still. Destiny says that Udogie was taken off just to be safe. He did get a knock. Brian Maguire's also saying that he's had no pre-season. Boris, good evening, Boris says, reports are saying Mount might need stitches, but it's unknown. And then Boris is saying, Eric Ten Hag on Mickey van der Ven has stated, it's not possible a player, a centre-back, can dribble through the whole team and put a cross in. Well, it is possible because everyone saw it with their own eyes, Eric. So it is possible.
I mean, it could have nearly happened again because Sarr never gives up the lost calls. He didn't get the ball, went out for a corner, but that kid's got limitless energy.
He was unlucky with his header when Solanke's Anana made a save with his feet, and it's a reaction header, wasn't it? And it just went past the post. Adrian, to finish up with you, what we got to look forward to? What are you happy today? What we got to look forward to in the sense of the team? Is it next game after
You
that?
got to look at it's not just the positives from the game. You can imagine what their dressing room's like now with that squad of players. You imagine the unity amongst them. You know, it's like when you go on a winning run when you play football. You get to a stage where you don't think you can be beaten. And if we can get this run, I mean, playing Ferencváros, they're top of their league. I might be on goal difference, might be different. I had a little look because I've got to find out some stuff for Tuesday because Ian's doing the show tonight. So so team spirit will be excellent. And like when people say to me, they was including this game, we got a tough run of games, we got this, then you're away, you got to come back to Europe, then you got to play Brighton away, then we got West Ham. So, look, every game's hard in the Premier League. You know, I mean, every game is hard. And we know that because a lot of the times we get good results to go at the top sides and then we drop points against mid-table or lesser teams that we should beat, you know. And so like this is what we want is a bit more consistency to beat everyone from the lower levels all the way up to the top levels, like, and top four is achievable. You know, we're not we'd have to go on a quite terrific run to think we could impact Arsenal or Man City, but Liverpool I'm not sure about. You've got really there's a group of teams fighting for third and fourth really. I mean, people would probably put Liverpool in that bracket, but then they drew them games, didn't they? Like, and you think, and they lost at home to Forest, and so I don't see enough of them anyway. I don't see enough of the other teams in the Premier League. I watch the odd Premier League game, but there isn't Spurs. But I don't see enough of them to judge them. I can't judge them on just the game I see. I can see the results, and people say, "Yeah, this team's doing well, that team's doing well." But to see them, when I have watched Liverpool, they've either looked hot or cold. I mean, from last season, when I watched them, if they were going to fight for third, I wasn't that impressed with their forward line. Salah, yes, the others, no. And if you look at us, I mean, like when people are saying, "Oh, they're Man United fans today," they'd be going, "Oh, look at Spurs forward line. It's got so much pace in it." I mean, Solanke's he's our fourth fastest player. If you take Mickey van der Ven out of that, you then got the next two fastest are Johnson and Odegaard, and then you've got Solanke. That is one pacey forward line. So I think Ange puts Werner in for a weapon, but I like goal-scoring wingers. If you can't score goals as a winger, I don't really want you in my team. I don't care how good you are, what skills you've got, how tricky you are. Those days are gone. You've got to score goals up the front. And I love watching Ginola, Waddle and players like that, Bale and all that. But they scored goals, and they gave you a lot more, you know. But Werner just doesn't do it for me. And but this is down to Ange. If we keep winning, he's playing him and it's working. Who are we to criticise, you know? But he can't finish, can he? He's just not. If he was a natural finisher, he would have been like an £80 million player, right? But he's not. Chelsea tried it. He had that good season in Germany. He gets a move to Chelsea, you know. And I still think his confidence isn't there because he hasn't played much this season. And that doesn't help. He's like, he hits and hopes the ball, really, and that like it'll beat the keeper. Keeper did guess right though, one lower, but you know, yeah. So him not for me, but I am happy. I will always celebrate a win, especially at places like Man United, City, and Liverpool, places like that, because you usually win there about once in every 10 years or so if you're lucky. So when you get the win there, enjoy the moment, enjoy the evening, celebrate it, and look forward to Thursday. Because if you can't enjoy a win, and you can do a critique on a win, but you've got to do a fair critique on a win if you think someone didn't play well. Like I said, I criticised Werner. I would criticise him because he should have scored 2 today, at least one of them anyway. Right? Yeah. My critique on him. Apart from that, all the 11 players out there did their job today. Even Werner, he was busy because what he did, even if he's not effective in making something happen, he stretched them. He stretched them a good few times, and that gives them problems anyway. So, like, didn't amount to anything most of the time, but he stretched them. So, you know.
Well, I for one will not be
piling. The goal, by the way.
I for one will not be piling on Timo Werner tonight or any show for today's performance. I thought it was a thoroughly good performance by Tottenham. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the smallest minute thing is that Werner had two saves made and didn't score. But for me, everybody.
Yeah, you called me. Sorry, I missed it, but I'm cooking and then I've got to eat.
Mute it.
Ready.
Right.
Is everything okay at your end?
Yeah. I was only saying I posted the squad up for tonight's show. I'm on Hotel.
Right, I've just muted him now, so I don't have to hear him. We're hearing his conversations. Yeah, I'm not going to pile in on Timo Werner. You know, at the end of the day, okay, there's 2 shots that he had, they were saved, he didn't score them, but he did a lot of other things in the game today that were positive. And you know, at the end of the day, yeah, I'm not going to pump in on him. I'm going to take the victory today and move on, and yeah, move on to Thursday. And let's let the ball roll. I mean, we've not felt like. How did we feel after the Arsenal game? The whole fan base was at war after the Arsenal game.
Yeah, Aaron was in trouble after the Arsenal game, so it's good that he's managed to. It's good that he's managed to get 4 wins on a bounce, which is all that he could really ask for. Went after that Arsenal game. It did look a bit doom and gloom after the Arsenal game, so
it was the whole fan base. Yeah, it was the whole fan base down.
You can't really ask. Sorry, mate. You can't really ask for much more else. He's got like you said, we could just go on to now. Hopefully, make it 5 on a row with the away game at Hungary, and then go into this tough trip away at Brighton. But the Brighton game's definitely winnable.
All games are winnable in my eyes, and honestly, all games are winnable in my eyes. At the end of the day, right, Dan, you go on many channels, right? You watch a lot of different channels and a lot of different content creators, and a lot of people keep trying to get me to subscribe to the fact that Ange hasn't changed, doesn't change his tactics. We're easy to play against. If we were fucking easy to play against, then why don't we get beaten in every single game? And why do other opponents and their teams say Tottenham are so difficult to play against? And these are professional people, not people on YouTube and content creators and people in chats. Professional people, so managers and coaches of other teams say Tottenham are so difficult to play against. They suffocate you. Now, if they're saying it and they're all professionals, then why are we as a fan base, or as a community in social media, why are we the ones that are right?
Well, we're not the experts, mate. We're just the fans at the end of the day, aren't we? So obviously there is times where we are open, mate. But like I said to you a couple of weeks ago before, when we start becoming more clinical, these games are going to turn into more victories.
Yeah.
Like, even though we weren't extra clinical today, we didn't really have to be clinical. We still won that game 3-0. It would have been extra clinical today. That would have been about 7 or 8. Like if the game would have gone, I'm not 100% sure the game would have gone the same way as some would have played, because I'm not 100% sure some would have stretched them enough on the left.
I think it would.
So I'm not. He could have, but he also slows down. He also likes to slow it down quite a lot, yeah, and not take his man on recently. Yeah, so I'm not 100% sure he would have hugged that left enough. Yeah, and he would have come in quite a lot, and also.
On the forward line, Solanke, he looks a perfect fit. I didn't know very little about him before he come to this club. He looks a perfect Solanke.
Yeah, Solanke is more obviously, like you said, he's banged it more in the Championship, but last season he don't score 19 goals in a Premier League team for Bournemouth, which is like basically I think it was the 2nd or 3rd top goal scorer, and 3rd or 4th top goal scorer in the league. Like he had his breakout season last season as a striker. Strikers usually. Some strikers go for a run in their career, but they don't start hitting their levels until they're 25, 26. He might just be one of them strikers who then becomes a clutch. He might become a clutch striker when he hits 20. He's now 26, so 26, 27. He's now in that time now in his career where he's got his big move now. He's got to prove doubters wrong because it didn't work at Liverpool or Chelsea. So he wants to prove people wrong as well, that he can hack it at a big club. Last season he really showed as well that he can play. Like you said, He's off the ball as well as a number 9 is top notch. You're paying £65 million not just for his goals, but for his build-up play as well. But it's a massive thing that's improving in our game from last season, because that's not Richie. Even though Richie is a strong physical player, that's not his good part of his game either. His touch is awful at times.
Yeah, I know it's going to happen. He's going to get. He falls on the. Yeah, when he's the fulcrum, when he's at the centre of the front three. I can also see him, apart from the way I'm looking at him now, I think he's going to get 20 goals easy. But he's also going to get some assists, because he's going to be able to hold that ball and just lay it off to the left or right. And like little stink passes. because he's got good close ball control, hasn't he? I mean, like when I look at him holding the ball, even against mateys during the week against them, I thought, yeah, your hold up play is good. It's better than I thought it was. Like, but I still haven't seen enough of him, right? To be honest.
I like it. He's top. Well, like I said, I just think we're just going to start seeing every more game because, like you said, he stopped start for the season won't help by the injury straight away. He's coming to a new club. The tag. He's now got over the bit where he's got his first goal. He's now scored 3 games in a row, which is what number 9 start doing after they score their first goal at a new club. Because the first goal usually is the hardest bit. Getting the first goal, you're getting that bit. Because the more games it goes by where they don't score the first goal, the more criticism starts coming out. But he had a stop-start to the season anyway. He's only played like 2 games before he got his first. He got his first goal.
Well, he's got 3 now. He's got 3.
The thing I like about him, the thing I like about him as well is that he's like a fox in the box at the moment. He's running in at the right times to get onto the rebounds. People can say they're tap-ins, but then he's also knowing when to follow up on them shots. That's what you expect your number 9 to do.
Yeah.
So he could score 25 tap-ins as long as they go in the back of the net here, and he's following on chances that are getting saved by the goalkeeper.
Same with Johnson.
He's there for the second ball. Like, I just think there's so many positives from today's performance. Like the positive bit from today is like we set the tempo from minute 1. We got the goal early. We started controlling the game 11 against 11. It wasn't even like there was a bit in this game where you could say, the man standing off made a massive difference because we were in control. Unless Man United done something massively different in that second half, if it had still been 11 against 11,
they gave it a go in the second half, didn't they? For a period,
yeah, they gave it a go when it was 11 against. When it was 11 against 10, but when it was 11 against 11, from like minute 1 to when we scored, when we scored our second goal, we were still in control anyway, even before the Bruno Fernandes sending off. Obviously, at 1-0, anything can change in a football match, especially sometimes how Spurs can be their own downfall sometimes when they make a mistake in the back. But I was thinking,
it isn't enough time. It should be more, but and other fans get nervous. Oh, where's the second goal? Where's the third? But normally in those situations, I'm thinking, well, I'll worry about it if they equalise. Other than that, I'm going positive. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't look like scoring. They did that little spell. They could have nicked one, which would have been criminal, right? I mean, Garnacho at the post, didn't he?
Right, lads. I called it 15 minutes ago that I was going to end it. I've let you two rattle on. I've let you two rattle on for 15 minutes. Right, in half an hour's time, on Spurs Diehards, they've got a podcast starting in half an hour. So get over there at 8 o'clock and watch Spurs Diehards. I'm sure it'll be an interesting show because
you're on.
Because Tottenham lost today. I'm sure it'll be a really interesting show.
And
we never turned up, so it should be an interesting show.
You're on, aren't you, Jose?
I've been invited to 2 shows at the moment, and I'm thinking to myself, oh my god! So I'll make a decision before 8 o'clock.
Jose's on high demand, mate.
Mm-hmm.
Like everyone's inviting Jose to the shows, mate. You got high demand, Jose, mate. That's a good thing, mate.
It's because I'm negative, mate, all the time. And I'm always negative. Whatever people are saying to me, I'm still negative.
Jose's Werner in.
Right, and just as a reminder to everyone, on this channel tomorrow, on 2 sides of a pitch podcast, they've got Alex Dragosin on at 4 o'clock BST, and then on Tuesday evening at 7 o'clock in the evening, on this very channel, they have Graham Roberts on, and I have been asked. And it's privileged that I've been asked to come on Tuesday night and fire the questions to Graham Roberts. They've asked me to do it. So I'm looking forward to asking questions of Mr. Roberts. I've already got 13 that we've written out to ask him.
Ask him about the hat-trick he scored against Southampton. He scored a hat-trick against Southampton.
Well,
look up the games. Go look at the video. Graham Roberts hat-trick.
At the end of the day, we've got questions because we know that he's a club man. Obviously, he still works for Spurs, so we've got to be wary about what we ask him. But I think that what we're going to do is once we've asked the questions that we've got, We'll rattle through them and then ask people in the chat to put their questions in, and we'll obviously have to look what questions are being asked, and the ones that we think are suitable to ask him, we will ask him.
Especially as we got him from Weymouth for about 35 grand. That's all he cost, right? And that because that's down that neck of the woods. How much did that three goals he got the hat trick because it was against Southampton, which would have been a rival if just not for me to say. Just if you got enough questions, it won't matter.
Yeah. But with that, I'm going to call it. Thank you very much, Daniel, for coming on. Thank you, Adrian. Adrian. Thank you to Eugene. Thank you to Chang. And thank you to AJ, who are the people that were all that I've seen on the show. I don't know if anyone else was on before that. I'm thanking everyone that I've seen. So well done, everyone. And yeah, please tune into Two Sides of a Pitch podcast. Thank you very much.
We're on in
half an hour, 8
less
o'clock.
than half hour. It's about 20 odd minutes. Yeah, 20 odd minutes.
Yeah, so come on and head over to Spurs Die Hard. Get yourselves a cuppa and head over to Spurs Die Hards. Thank you, everyone.
Cheers, Jose.
We'll finish on one thing. Come on, you Spurs.
There we go. And that's coming from Dan, Positive Dan, and that's what I like. I like Positive Dan. Now I've got to find their outro for this channel because I ain't got a clue. Do you know what I'm going to do is a keeper West Ham. All right. See you later, guys. Take care.
See you later, man. Big up.